of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we watched were so gallantly streaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
And here we go from the Coliseum, Shane Albarani, and now I'm being joined by Fred Bean for the second straight game in a row. And Fred, didn't go our way last night, but the good thing about hockey, when you got a lot of games in a row, you don't have to think about it for a long time. You get to go back at it here tonight, and it's against a team the Komets are very familiar with, and it's a team the Komets have got to beat because you're going to play them an awful lot this season.
Right, yeah, familiar opponent, but also we got some familiar bodies back in the lineup. Coach Boudreau's able to get some of his lines back together. Last night we saw the Komets really come out flat. There was an awful lot of gliding around instead of skating, and that has to do with having new people in and so forth and being jumped on like they were. But I don't expect that tonight. I expect a much better effort going forward, and we'll see some good play. I'm sure that the Komets will come out striking fast like they have all season long.
We're set for our opening face-off here from the Coliseum. It's being brought to you by Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram under the giant American flag across from Glenbrook Square. And here we go. Fresh 20 minutes up on the scoreboard, and the Komets trying to get the opening face-off, and now it's going to go into the wheeling zone as Duquette sends it up along the near side wall. Here's Hawkins trying to bring it across, and he does, but it's taken away by St-Amant, and now back into the wheeling zone. Here's Jordan Ruby. He'll play it up along the near side. It's going to be kicked up along the wall for Phillips. Phillips will find it into the corner. Now Duquette is down there for the Nailers. Duquette up along the near side has McKenzie leaning on him, and he's able to get rid of it down into the Komet zone. And we've got our first icing of the game, and this icing call is being brought to you by Just Cream Ice Cream in there. Sorry. Had a little microphone problem there, but Just Cream Ice Cream down on DuPont Road.
Shane, the first drop of the puck, and we spent the entire time down in the offensive zone. Good sign for the Komets going forward. The Wheeling Nailers have tried to break out across the neutral zone and had three Komets collapsing on them already. So good signs.
Here's the puck drop in the Wheeling zone. It goes to Duquette, who banks it off the glass. And now it's going to come into the Komet zone. Comes up along the near side. It's going to be tapped out. Coming across is Jenks. Couldn't quite get to the loose puck. It comes to the center line. And now the Nailers will cut across. Here's Brown up along the near side. Here's Brown, backhander. Gives it a look. He gets it down low into the corner to Kratzenbergs. Here's a shot. He missed it. Rolls right out in front. Got behind Kehler's skate, but the Komets were there to clear it out. Bouncing puck coming to the center line, and now it will be the Nailers with the puck in their own zone. Nailers on a 3-game winning streak here. It's on the line. Komets on a 3-game skid. As the Komets try and bust that up as the puck comes along the far side here in the Wheeling zone. Nailers have it. No score. We're just underway here in the first period. Kratzenberg's lost the puck. Here's Łyszczarczyk on the far side. He tried to feed it over to Morrison. Pass was behind him. Komets still gain the zone. It's up along the far side. Here's Max Gottlieb with it. Gottlieb over to Bryson Martin. Here's a shot. Does not get through. And now it goes into the corner. It will be Łyszczarczyk down low looking for Morrison. Skips over his stick and now up along the far side. And now coming to the blue line where it's tapped away. And now going all the way back is Morrison. Morrison sends it all the way back. It goes into the Komet zone, and now the Nailers pick it back up along the wall. Here on the left side, here is a shot. That hit a skate, and it goes wide. Back on the far side, it's Morrison trying to track after it. He is going to run into Ryan Scarfo. Coming up, here's a shot. That is going to miss, and now hugging the post is going to be the goaltender, Kehler. Now it gets over to the far side again. Now the Komets try and break it out. Coming to the center line, coming across. Komets with it right side. Here is Łyszczarczyk. Goes into the corner. Ruby will come out. He will play it around, and now the Nailers have got it with a little bit of space. The Nailers have got the puck in their own zone. Now they cough it up. Here are the Komets in front. Now McKenzie with a drive and a save made by Ruby. Back on the far boards, it'll be Kyle Haas. Tries to keep it in. Bouncy puck, and now it's going to get free. Komets with the puck. Here's Phillips. Going to go off the wall. It's going to go down into the Wheeling zone. And the Nailers have got it. Quick pass forward. Will come up along the near side. Now it'll be Hawkins. He'll take a shot. Kehler got the right leg on it. And now it is going to be back below the goal line for Phillips. Phillips for the Komets. Still no score. End-to-end hockey here. As the Komets dump it in, they will chase after to the Nailers. Go behind the net. On to the near side. Here's Willie Smith. Smith will send it ahead to Brown. Brown now weaves through some traffic, gets it into the Komet zone, and it goes into the corner. Up along the near side, and now it will be Smith in on the play for the Komets. Gallipo reaching for it, can't get to it. Centering play, and that's going to be bad. Going to go all the way down into the Wheeling zone. Ruby will stop it, and the Nailers have got it in their own zone. Onto the far side, Duquette will play it ahead. Komets are back on defense, and now the Komets will scoop it up in their own zone. Cross-ring pass, here's Brad Ross. Ross is going to run into Minerva. Now Minerva will get it over to Brown. Brown will take a shot, and Cole Kehler making the save. And a quick pace of this game, Fred, like we kind of thought. This Nailers team is an awful quick squad out there.
Yeah, they definitely got some legs, but I'll tell you, the Komets, this is what we expected. This is what we've seen all season long. They're getting an awful lot of pucks in the neutral zone, breaking it down, making some offensive plays, and collapsing on defense. So solid performance to start the game.
No score. Face off to the right of Cole Kehler. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight on Report Card Night. So another nice crowd here at the Coliseum. And the puck is dropped. It goes to Martin, but now we got the linesman blowing the whistle before we drop, and we'll have to do it again. So we got Brad Ross taking the face-off for the Komets. Now the linesman and the referee, they come together. They'll get it all sorted out. And now we're set to go for another drop. Scarfo in there for the Nailers. He wins it. Here's a quick snapshot off the draw. And now it's going to go wide off the stick of Hirono and back on the near side. Hirono sends it up blindly to the blue line. Nobody home, and that's going to clear the zone. Down to Jordan Ruby. And the Nailers have got it in their own end. Steve Johnson, he will bring it up along the left side, and now he'll give it up along the near wall. Poke forward, coming across the line. Scarfo, right side on the dot. It is Hirono. He'll send it all the way around to Scarfo, back behind Cole Kehler, and the Komets get back there. It'll be Łyszczarczyk down there, but the Komets cannot get to it. To the blue line. Here is going to be a shot. It is going to be deflected. Komets rattle it around, and now they've got it. Pass is going to hit the back of the net of Taylor Ross, but the Komets still able to gain the line. Coming in here is it's going to be that's Ross down there, and now down into the corner. Here's Morrison. Morrison looking for somebody to give it to right out in front. He had St-Amant breaking, and a great save by Ruby. Up top, here's another drive. Ruby with another save. Far side, Morrison. Morrison into the corner. And now on to the near side, and the Nailers clear the zone as the Komets get the first grade A scoring chance of the night. McKenzie will turn the corner quickly. He'll get it in the offensive zone. He'll take a shot. That got the side of the net. And now back on to the near side. The Nailers have got it. Quick pass over to the right side to Hawkins. Hawkins lost it to Shaw. Shaw back to the center line. Now on the left wing. The Komets come across again. Onto the far boards. Up top. Blast and a save for Ruby, and he'll hang on to it.
Excellent play by Morrison, not only to control the puck, he was dancing in traffic, picked his head up, and was taking a look across the Ruby Road there and looking for an open shot from St-Amant. St-Amant creating a passing lane, able to put the nice shot on net. Ruby was there to make the save, but those are the kinds of opportunities that we didn't see last night. Last night, both goals were individual efforts as opposed to team play. So that's fantastic.
St-Amant has got 3 goals in the past 2 games. He's got the hot hand, and he's got the first good scoring chance tonight. Brad Ross in the corner, tries to come up top of the blue line. Jason Binkley cannot keep it in, and Willie Smith wins that battle, and he skates up along the left side into the Komet zone. Jason Binkley, nice recovery, gets it back. He'll scoot it forward. Now a long pass into the zone. Here's Ross coming in on Ruby. Coming in, he shoots, he scores! Brad Ross goes top shelf, and the Komets are on the board. Jenks with the strong pass to Ross, and Ross cuts in and he beats Ruby up top.
And there's the consistency we weren't seeing last night. That play began in the defensive zone. Komets were able to shut them down, control the puck, and break out. It was 3 guys moving forward. Jenks with a beautiful pass and an individual effort for a beautiful goal. Nice play.
And a little change up there by Brad Ross. Took it right over the right shoulder, and the Komets lead it 1-0.
Yeah, take a look. The way he played that, his whole body was moving east to west, which forced the goaltender to respect that. He had to move, give up the upper corner, and he was able to bury it over his shoulder.
Komets lead this one 1-0 here with 14:15 to go in the first. Good start for the Komets. And we come out to center ice for the face-off. Łyszczarczyk drops it back, and we go to Bryson Martin. Martin over on the near side, coming across the line. Here's Morrison. Morrison, cross-ring pass, tipped, goes over to Gottlieb. He'll take a shot, save made. Rebound going to be steered off the wall and back into the neutral zone. Komets with it. Here's Bryson Martin. Martin on the near side, moves it off the stick of Morrison. Morrison gets cut off on the play, and now the Nailers have got it in their own zone. Cam Brown onto the near side. And now all the way into the Komet zone. They come across, poked back, and now that's going to find its way into Wheeling territory.
Petruzzelli with an active stick.
Petruzzelli in his first game back since being called up. And now it's going to be played up along the near side. Coming to the blue line, it's going to be tipped, and it's going to go all the way down. And this will be an icing.
Shane, this is much easier on the eyes to watch this play right now. This is the Komet hockey we've seen all year long. Starting quick, being aggressive, team play, passing the puck. Everybody's moving their feet tonight.
Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby here in the Wheeling zone. And the face off will be taken by Brett McKenzie. And that's McKenzie and Cam Brown. Komets win it. Comes right to Shaw. A shot and a save made by Ruby. Point blank. Far side. McKenzie tries to center it. Poked up to the blue line. Komets are able to keep it down low. Here's Brady Shaw up along the far side. Got a man on him. Shaw now tries to get it deep into the corner. Goes off his skates. And now the Nailers will regain possession of it in their own zone. Cross ring pass onto the far side. Kratzenbergs will get it back into the Komet zone. But the Komets are back. Lead pass going to come off of the stick of McKenzie. Back into the Wheeling zone, and it goes into the corner. Duquette plays it up top. Intercepted. Here's Phillips with a drive. A save made. Rebound is a scramble for it, and Ruby can't find it. Puck stays loose along the far side to the blue line. Here's a shot. Deflected, and it goes into the corner. Komets up along the near side. And it's going to get to the blue line, and now out to the left side. It's going to be scooted into the Komet zone. There goes Haas. Haas will give it a whack. Can't clear it. Goes into the corner. It'll be Phillips now behind the net for the Komets. Phillips with a man on him. And now it's going to go on to the near side. It's going to be St-Amant. He will move it forward. And now the Komets. Haas, left side. He'll ring it into the Wheeling zone. Komets will change it up, and the Nailers have got it. 1-0 Komets here in the first period. Jason Binkley off the wall to Jenks. He'll send it all the way into the wheeling zone. Ruby will have a play on it, so no icing. And it's sent up along the near side. Komets stepping up into the corner. It is Jenks. Jenks down there, gets tangled up. It gets loose. Sean Sablowski along the far side. Takes his man off the puck, and the Komets are able to hold it in. Bouncing puck comes right in front of that. Komets are there. Shot and a save made as it was Ross and Sablowski right there in front of the net all alone. Both of them swiped at it, and they got it in on net.
Yeah, every one of them active. Puck got thrown up into the air, and Sadlowski was trying to grab it down, was able to get it down, but couldn't completely control it. And the two of them ping-ponging it back and forth. Good opportunity. They keep working like that, they're going to cash in.
Komets lead at 1-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hello, this is head coach Ben Boudreau. I'm the guy responsible when your Komets are in need of repair, new parts, or maybe just a quick inspection. When it comes to vehicles, I turn to the pros at Ace Radiator on Coliseum Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Ace Radiator has spent decades keeping Fort Wayne rolling with time-tested service and repair. Ace's certified technicians have more than 80 years of experience providing expert sales and service for radiators, heaters, coolers, and air conditioners. Sometimes you just have to make the call. 800-288-7964. That's Ace Radiator. 800-288-7964.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call, that's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Face-off will be to the left of Jordan Ruby here in the wheeling zone. Komets lead at 1-0. And here's A.J. Jenks to take the face-off. A.J.'s missed the last 3 games, gutting it out here tonight as the Nailers have got the puck. It's going to be sent out to the center line. Komets quickly back into the wheeling zone. Sadlowski on the right side. Sadlowski sends it back to Binkley. Binkley with a lane. He's got a man in front. Oh, it was tipped just wide. Good-looking play there. Brad Ross almost had a second of the night. Nailers with the puck on the right side. Going to enter the Komet zone up along the wall. And there goes Brad Ross. Ross gets bumped on the play. Komets come up with the loose puck. And now the Komets try and transition down the ice. It's flipped forward, bouncing in on Ruby. And Ruby nowhere to go with it. All he can do is cover it up.
Yeah, too bad he couldn't have hung on to that puck a little bit more. Just throwing it in like that, Ruby was able to put the glove on it, and Komets had numbers on that one. They were 4-on-3 breaking out of the zone.
And moments before that, Brad Ross, it was a good-looking play. Ross all alone on the back door, just missed the tip.
Oh man, that was ideal. And you know, the key part about that one is that there were 4 different Komets that touched that puck, and that puck was moved around from deep in the corner back to the blue line, over and down, and he was right on the doorstep, just barely missed it. Great puck movement, very difficult for a goaltender to make that save.
9 different Komets have scored 13 goals against the Nailers this season. As Łyszczarczyk, who's got a couple against the Nailers, the puck is dropped. He'll take the face-off, and it'll be Chris Brown for the Nailers. He'll flip it into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, here's Kehler. He'll rip it all on the near side. Now it's going to grab the safety screen down there, and we'll get a face-off coming up in the Komet zone. Komets 9 shots on goal, Wheeling just with 2, and this is the first period the Komets really needed after struggling last night.
This is more into the pattern of Komet hockey, coming out fast, scoring early, and out shooting their opponents.
Face off to the right of Kehler. And the Komets will get it into the neutral zone. Flipped ahead, end over end puck coming up on the near side. And it goes down into the corner. Petruzzelli is down there for the Komets. And now coming up to the blue line. That'll split the defenseman. And the Komets will drift back into their own zone. Here is Bryson Martin. Martin sends it ahead. Łyszczarczyk will make the turn. He'll come up along the near side. Cross ring pass. Goes across the line. And they can't wrist it. And in front. Oh, they had a man. It was Morrison. And now up along the near side, Bryson Martin back onto the far side. It's going to be plucked off the wall. Morrison has got it. He's got a man with him. Morrison over to Łyszczarczyk. He couldn't handle the pass. And into the corner, it is Hirono. Hirono up along the far side. And now it'll be Duquette getting loose of Łyszczarczyk. And Duquette will get it into the neutral zone. Rolling puck back from the Comet end. Here is Phillips. Phillips will hit a stick, and now the Nailers get it back at Scarfo. Scarfo's going to get past Phillips. He sends it in front. There is McKenzie. McKenzie to Haas. Haas on the far side. He'll blank it off the glass, and that's going to go all the way down the length of the ice for a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call.
Gottlieb, another Comet, showing great patience coming into the offensive zone. He had some help to the right of him, and the defenseman laid out on the ice trying to block the pass, and instead of being in a hurry, he had great patience, skated around the fallen Wheeler, and was able to make the pass in front for a good scoring opportunity from Morrison.
Comets lead this one 1-0 here in the first period. Comets with the puck in their own zone. It's Phillips. Phillips goes back behind Cole Kehler. He'll give it a look, and he goes right over to St-Amant. St-Amant will feather it forward, and he tried getting it to Brady Shaw, but it was a miss, and it's going to go down to Ruby, who will cover it up.
Shane, on multiple occasions, every time the Nailers are coming down in the defensive zone, the Comets are collapsing. They've had at least 3 bodies in front of the net, really clogging things up, clearing the puck out. But yet, when they're breaking out, it's not one guy, it's not even 2 guys. It's at least 3, and on several occasions it's been 4. So everybody's just, doing their assignments both on the ends of the ice.
Face off to the left of Ruby. And the puck is tangled up there on the dot for a moment. Now she'll come loose. Bouncing puck into the Comet zone, and it's going to go to Phillips. He'll give it over to Haas on the right side. Tries to go up along the wall. Comets are able to move it forward, but not out. It's coming to the blue line. Brown gives it a slap, and he now gets it deep into the corner. And here is Hawkins. Hawkins' centering play is going to be disrupted, and now the Nailers go back in their own zone. Nailers have got it. Hirono moves it to Brown. Brown coming across the line. Haas comes in, and Haas puts his hip into him, stops his forward progress, but the puck is going to find its way over onto the opposite corner. Near side, Comets drop it down low. Back behind the net, there's Brown again, and Brown is drilled. Haas takes him off the puck. Here's Jenks. Jenks, he coughed it up in front. It goes wide of the net. Back up along the near side, and now it's coming to the blue line. Held in. That goes off the chest of Jenks. The Comets will pick it back up, and now St-Amant sends it ahead. It'll be Brady Shaw. Comets will scoop it up and in. Comets will change it up. And now Jenks coming on the near side. He will poke it back into the corner. Nailers have got the puck up along the left side. Kratzenbergs, he will turn the corner. Now he will enter the Comet zone. Up along the left-hand side, looking for someone to give it to. Nobody there. All he can do is go underneath, and Gallipo awaits the puck. Gallipo now comes up top. Here's a drive. A save made. A turnover for the Comets. Hirono with a rip, and the Comets, they survive it. It's going to go back into the wheeling zone. Comets up 1-0 here in the first period. Now the Nailers, they got a little offense going here, but here's Brad Ross. He is able to get rid of the puck. It's going to go to Jenks. Jenks to Sedlowski. Sedlowski will feather it forward into the corner. Comets chase after it. Now Jenks will peel off the play, and it goes up along the left side to the neutral zone to Jason Binkley. Binkley onto the far boards. Now Gallipo, he will send it. It's going to get caught up into the skates of the referee, but Gallipo will pick it back up. Gallipo along the far side. He's double teamed. Hirono comes up with a loose puck. Coming to the blue line now on the right side. Look out, Alec Butcher. Butcher on the right side. One man to beat. Coming in on Kehler. He's going to go behind the net. Nice job there by Jason Binkley. Binkley rides Butcher up along the near side, and what a play by Binkley. Binkley will take the puck away from him, and now he will scoot it forward into the wheeling zone. Nailers with it on the left side. Comets working hard around the blue line, and now Siebenoller. He is going to snag it for the Nailers. Quick cross-ring pass. They'll come across. It's Brown. Brown winding up. He missed it wide. Back on the far side. It's going to rim all the way to the blue line and out. 6:53 to go here in the first period, and it's 1-0 Comets. And the Komets have got the puck along the far side in the neutral zone. Al coming across the line, dangling around. Here's Shaw. Shaw coming in, takes a shot, just missed it through the crease. And now back on the left side. And we have got Hawkins. Hawkins coming across the line, avoids a check from Martin, and he goes into the corner. Swings it up along the far side, and it is McKenzie. McKenzie down there. Now it's going to be centered forward. The Komets interception, and they come back the other way. Flipped forward, it's going to be Shaw. Shaw on the left side. He's going to get it to Gottlieb. Gottlieb back to Shaw. In front of the net. Backhander, and a save made by Jordan Ruby. And we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We're coming up on 6 minutes to go in the first period. Komets lead it 1-0. It has been a fevered pace here at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight as the Nailers desperately keep it into the Komet zone. But here's Brett McKenzie, far side to Anthony Petruzzelli, and out of Bryson Martin as the Komets get some space out there. Martin will play it up along the far side. Petruzzelli will skate hard with it. He'll come across the line, drop back pass to St-Amant. He cuts to the net, backhander, and a save made by Ruby. And Ruby showing some strength there, holds the post up, and everybody now smash pile behind Jordan Ruby. And now let's see who's got to get separated. Siebenaller's down there for the Nailers. And let's see who he's got pancaked down there. It's Petruzzelli. They get separated. No harm will come of that. And it's 1-0 Komets. 5:38 to go in the first. We'll take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Union Labor has been building Chevy and GMC pickup trucks for over 80 years. The UAW has been dedicated to building quality trucks at the GM Fort Wayne Assembly Plant for over 30 years. Your friends and neighbors in the UAW work every day to bring those quality trucks to your favorite dealerships. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a full-size pickup truck such a great value. GMC and Chevy full-size pickup trucks built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Thanks to the UAW.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
5:39 to go, first period. Komets grossly outshooting Wheeling here in the first period, 12-3. Komets lead at 1-0 as the puck goes back behind Wheeling goaltender Jordan Ruby. Now the Nailers dig it out, and now it'll be Scarfo. Dribbles the puck across the line. The Komets are there on defense. It will be Phillips. Phillips cross-ring pass to the far side. Sean Sedlowski with a man on his back. Crosses over. Sedlowski takes a shot. Missed it on the stick side. And now coming up along the near wing, it'll be Brad Ross. Ross to the blue line. Far side, it'll be Haas. Haas's shot is blocked. And into the corner goes Jenks. Beaten to the punch by Siebenaller. Now on the far side, Hirono will get rid of it. And now the Nailers will bring it down the ice. Up along the left side, they'll come across. Scarfo with a shot. Save made. Rebound. Look out. Hirono in the back door. And now what a save by Kehler. Another one. That's going to go wide as it goes out of play. Cole Kehler with the save of the game so far. He flat out robbed Alec Butcher on the rebound.
Holy smokes. That was a wide open net, and Butcher was standing right on the doorstep, taking his time, and out of nowhere comes a flying Kehler. Fantastic goaltending.
And you would have thought here on the rebound that had no chance of not making it to the back of the net, but somehow Kehler came across the goal mouth and was able to get the paddle of the stick on it.
He was all the way outside into the white on the opposite side of the net and then dove to make that save.
Komets hold the game at 1-0 as it goes along the far side and now back into the Komet end. Here's Jason Binkley. Sends it all the way around, back on the near boards. And now down low, it pops loose in front of the net. Now the Komets trying to get to it, and they do. It's going to go up along the near side and going to go onto the near wing for Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk on the right side. Coming top of the dot, drops it back to Morrison. Morrison in the slot. His shot goes wide, and it's going to be the Komets with a steal. Morrison dropping it down low in front. Oh, poke checked away before Łyszczarczyk could get a shot off. Spencer Tapp with a nice save there for the Nailers. And into the corner, Łyszczarczyk has got it in front, wide open. Oh, what a save by Ruby on Morrison. And now the goaltenders flashing the leather and just exchanging great saves.
Morrison showing what a playmaker he is. He was dancing in and out of players on two separate occasions during that offensive attack, and set himself up in front for a nice pass from Łyszczarczyk. But as you said, Shane, great goaltending on by Ruby, so we're seeing it at both ends of the ice.
4:07 to go in the first. 1-0 Komets, but it's not for a lack of trying by either team. Great goaltending tonight. Face off to the right of Ruby, and the Nailers will get it. It will be Kratzenberg's back in his own end. He feathers it along the far side. Now kicked right back into the wheeling zone. The Nailers try and get a little bit of space. It's going to be tipped, and it's going to go all the way down. And that will be an icing call on the Wheeling Nailers with 3:50 to go here in the first period. And this game has just moved along at an unbelievable clip. I think both teams know they got a day off tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. But the Komets are just showing some great team play right now. It's a pleasure to sit and watch it.
Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby. McKenzie will take the face off. Up top, here's a drive, doesn't get through. Gottlieb will get his own rebound, and it goes into the corner. It will be Shaw. Shaw down there with Brown. Brown can get away from Shaw. Now Shaw tries to wrap it around, and it's taken away by Kratzenbergs, and it's sent down the length of the ice. Another icing call. And when teams are just content with throwing the puck down the ice, you know you're putting pretty good pressure on them.
Yeah. You know, this is a big face-off for us now because Wheeling's been on the ice for a bit, and they can't make a switch. So let's win the draw and continue the pressure.
1-0 Komets. Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby. And it's tangled up on the dot, and now it gets loose. Here's Shaw in the slot with a drive and a save made. It goes behind the net, in front. Oh, nobody home for the Komets, and it's going to be Brown. Christopher Brown will come across, has Kratzenbergs with him. Chris Brown will float it over. Komets are there to knock it away, and now up the ice they come. Coming across the center line is McKenzie. Now McKenzie to Shaw. Shaw back to St-Amant. He'll come across. St-Amant on the right side, being defended tightly up along the wall. St-Amant still on the puck to the blue line. Here's a one-timer, and it just goes wide, and Brady Shaw was camped out on the near post, waiting for that tap in, but it just went past him. Now Shaw with it back again. Shaw in front. Oh, he had McKenzie breaking, couldn't connect. Now up top, St-Amant with it again on the point. One-timer, another save by Ruby. He kicks the rebound harmlessly up along the wall, and the Nailers will get it free to the center line. But look at there. There's Shaw St-Amant again. St-Amant will get it, trying to go to Ross, but it's picked off back the other way. Here is Hirono. He's a sniper. Look out. Gets it over to Butcher on the left side. Butcher snaps one off, and it goes wide. Back up top to the blue line. Nailers with the puck to the right side. They come into the corner. Gallipo is there for the Komets as we come up on a little over 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Tied up along the far side. Taylor Ross and Scarfo. They battle. coming up to the blue line now. Left side, here's a drive and a save made. Rebound. A.J. Jenks has got it for the Komets. Jenks, outlet pass coming on the right side. Nice job there. And that is Skidelsky. Gets it back into the Komet zone. Kehler without a stick. And now he'll have a chance to retrieve it as Jenks comes across the wheeling line. Jenks working it up along the wall. Gets it to Sidlowski. Sidlowski on the far side trying to dangle around Hawkins. Hawkins will get it away from Sidlowski. And now he will set up. It'll be Minerva on the left wing. Minerva will gain the Komet line. Drop back pass to Hawkins. Hawkins with a rip, and he scores. And Hawkins, we saw his prowess in the preseason with that wicked wrist shot. And boy, he snapped that one past Cole Kehler before he even knew what was coming.
Yeah, that's his shot, and that's his spot on the ice. He likes to take them from inside the face-off circle, up high, and with traffic in front. So the goaltender's vision is blurred, if you will, by the bodies in front, and he just can't react to it quick enough. Vicious shot.
Hawkins gets the equalizer with just 1:30 to go in the period. And that's the fourth of the season for Hawkins. So we go back out to center ice. End-to-end hockey here tonight at the Coliseum, and we got a tie game. Puck into the Komet zone. Here's Phillips up along the near side. And they enter the Komet zone. Łyszczarczyk down there for the Komets as well. Komets jamming away at it. Phillips has got his man wrapped up. Coming up on a minute to go in the period. Now the puck is going to squirt loose. Morrison on the right side. Over across to Petruzzelli. Petruzzelli couldn't get it further into the wheeling zone. Now back the far side. And Haas will get there with 1 minute to play in the period. Haas is down there. One arms it over to Phillips. Phillips on the near side. And now up along the wall. Łyszczarczyk trying to get free. And he does. Back on the far boards. Morrison has got a man breaking. It was Petruzzelli getting behind the D. Couldn't feed it to him. But Morrison is able to get it deep into the wheeling zone. But the Komets are going to have to change things up. It will be Kratzenberg's on the left side. Oh, he lost it. Getting the pressure there from Brady Shaw. Shaw goes into the corner. Kratzenberg meets him there. Peeled up along the near side. Here is Cam Brown. Brown will get it into the Komet zone. It's going to go off the end wall with 20 seconds to play. It'll be Gottlieb. Gottlieb on the far side, up along the far boards. And now it'll be McKenzie with a wide turn. He hits the open man, Bryson Martin, with 10 seconds to play in the period. And now Martin will slow up the pace a little bit here. Little give and go, far side to Gottlieb. And Gottlieb will tap it into the wheeling zone, and that will do it. Period comes to a conclusion. I'm not sure if either one of these teams can keep up this pace out here. I think the ice is about to melt as fast as these guys have been moving up and down.
Well, you know, like I said, at the start of the game, we wanted to make sure that the Komets weren't just gliding around like they were last night, and they weren't. They were the Komets that we expect. They were flying, they were passing, they were breaking out through the middle of the zone. They were breaking out with multiple people, and they had a lot of good opportunities. If you take a look at the shots that Wheeling had, they had a couple of really close calls, but with the exception of that one breakdown, which was an individual play, and that's the thing that we saw last night. We had two individual goals and we lost the game, and tonight we're the ones who are doing the team play, so I think it looks very favorable for the Komets going forward.
And Jordan Ruby was the big difference in that first period for the Wheeling Nailers. Caught the Komets point blank a couple of times, so he's the big difference. He's the reason why we're going to the locker room 1-1. All right, first period in the books here at the Coliseum. We're going to take a break. Big City Cars, big intermission show coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
If you've been beat up after a tough night on the ice or a hard day at the office, locally owned Mattress Warehouse could score you a quality sleep at a comfortable price. With brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Symbol, our experienced team will find you the comfort and support that will make you feel like a winner. Rush into one of our 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or log on to mattresswarehousefw.com.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WoWo during the second intermission of each home game. It's all presented by Kaleidoscope Floors, now at their new larger location, 1610 West Cook Road. Contest open to kids 9 and older and must be accompanied by an adult. Sign up right now and be the next Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Our score is 1-1. The Komets and the Wheeling Nailers knotted up, and a good one here tonight. These two teams will meet the next 3 games. Next time we'll see the Nailers will be in Wheeling coming up on Wednesday night. It's the rare home at home with these guys as we go into Thanksgiving the next night for the Bob Chase Memorial Game, and we'll see the Nailers for the 3rd time coming up on Thanksgiving night. Now, what has happened here so far this evening? First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Huntington University. All Komet season ticket holders have a chance to take advantage of 25% off all tuition from Huntington University. Shots on goal in the first period. The Komets with 13, the Nailers with 6. Nobody had a power play, which is kind of surprising considering the Komets have racked up a lot of penalty minutes this year, over 300 this season. So that was pretty good. The Komets able to stay out of the box for a full 20 minutes. Jordan Ruby, the goaltender for Wheeling tonight, he was really the difference. The Komets got in tight on him several times, and he made 12 saves in that first period. And Cole Kehler made maybe the save of the season so far, as thinking of highlight reels early on in that period. Kehler, he makes 5 saves on 6 shots. So the Komets, the effort right now much better than it was last night. The Komets are able to play their game a little bit more, but the big difference for that also is A.J. Jenks back in the lineup, and Jenks got an assist on Brad Ross's goal at 5:45. Jason Binkley with the other helper. Wheeling would tie it up at 8:30. It was Hawkins, his 4th of the season. Minerva with the assist, and that's where we are, 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a break, come back, and have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And the drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the flavor, zero the sugar.
Ever wish you could get medical care without leaving home or interrupting work or travel? Now you can with Parkview On Demand. Parkview On Demand is a video service that lets you speak directly to a doctor or healthcare provider, all from your computer or smartphone, 24 hours a day from anywhere in the U.S. Just download the app or visit parkview.com/on-demand. There's no driving to a doctor's office,
And Parkview On Demand can even send prescriptions right to your pharmacy. It's quality, convenient care for non-emergencies like colds and flu, sinus infections, pink eye, skin rashes, and more. All for just $49 a call. It's great for kids away at college, too. Go to parkview.com/on-demand or download our app from Google Play or the iPhone App Store. Parkview On Demand, the care you need wherever you are.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, we are tied at 1 between the Komets and the Wheeling Nailers. And the Komets and the Nailers will get very friendly over the next few games. The Komets will go on the road to see the Nailers coming up on Wednesday, and then the Nailers are back here on Thanksgiving night. As we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard tonight, being brought to you by Meijer, where you get the rewards without the work. We are tied at 2 in Reading, Pennsylvania tonight, 2-2 between the Newfoundland Growlers and the Reading Royals. South Carolina, they're up 3-0 on the Florida Everblades in South Florida tonight. That game is in the second period. The Atlanta Gladiators, they're up 1-0 on the Jacksonville Icemen down in Atlanta tonight. The Toledo Walleye, they are up 2-1 on the Kalamazoo Wings in Toledo tonight. They are just done with the first period there. In Norfolk, Virginia, the Maine Mariners won and the Norfolk Admirals won. The Cincinnati Cyclones, they are up 1-0 on the Indy Fuel this evening in Cincinnati. We've got no score between Wichita and Allen just underway down in Allen, Texas tonight. And then the other games are later tonight. The Tulsa Oilers are taking on the Rapid City Rush. The Orlando Solar Bears, they're at the Utah Grizzlies. And then the Kansas City Mavericks, they are going to the Idaho Steelheads this evening. And the Komets will go to Idaho for the first time in team history coming up in December. And those games will be on December 11th, 13th, and 14th. So the Komets are going to go on a lengthy road trip after the Komets finish up their home schedule here in November with the game on Thanksgiving night and then finishing up on the 30th against the Cincinnati Cyclones. The Meijer app will learn all about you and your shopping preferences the more you use it. Enter your M-Perks ID every time you check out. We will take another break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Pacina. Did you know Afton has been making dentures for over 40 years? We've done thousands of denture surgeries, most of them in about an hour. Have questions or concerns? Why not schedule a complimentary evaluation? Our team will walk you through the process and work with you financially so it doesn't break your budget, with 0% terms available for those who qualify. Everyone wants to feel like a VIP. That's why we're introducing our VIP dentures. We simply scan your jaw and in minutes figure out where to place your implants for the best result. It's simple, fast, and we can often finish your dentures the same day. Want to look younger? Afton also offers our ageless denture. With the correct teeth, bite, and lip support, you can get rid of that sunken appearance and start showing your teeth again. Isn't it time to find your smile? Call Afton across from the Coliseum on Parnell at 482-8386 or visit our website at afnet.com.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the winning values you've been looking for on all the new 2020 models, starting at only $34,000. Check out the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the only open-air pickup truck, or change lines to the Power Top, now available for the first time ever on Jeep Wrangler. The all-new 2020 Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy, with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. For all your everyday work needs, we also have an awesome selection of our new line of commercial Pro Master vans. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all in one place. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to support the Komets and our community for over 40 years. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meijer, or online at o'danielauto.com. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Shane Albrani and Fred Bean with you here. It's Knights as we are in the middle of the first intermission. Comet fans, Napa Auto Parts is giving you a lot of winning deals in the month of November to keep you safe on the winter road. Stop into your local store and buy a 2-pack of Night Vision Brilliant headlamps and get a pair of Proformer wiper blades for free. Because when you put safety first, your equipment shouldn't be second rate. Napa Auto Parts is a proud sponsor of the community and a proud sponsor of the Fort Wayne Komets. And when fire, water, and mold or storm damage strikes your team or your home or business, you want a hometown team you can trust. And call the team the Komets. Call Hayes & Sons. Learn more at hayesondsons.com. Comet fans, coming up on Thursday, it's a special night. We know it's Thanksgiving, but we have a hockey game to play, and it is a special night because it is the annual Bob Chase Memorial Game as we celebrate the life of the legendary broadcaster Bob Chase, who spent 63 seasons behind the microphone, and I am honored to be the guy to follow in his footsteps. And we honor him on Thursday night with his annual game, and the Komets will be wearing special jerseys this year, and they look really sharp. So we're looking forward to having everybody out here on Thanksgiving. It's a Fort Wayne tradition as we celebrate Bob Chase. So in the spirit of Bob, he is with us here tonight. So we're going to go to break, and we're going to come back and just play a classic Bob Chase clip. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Sports fans, Bet Indiana News has got you covered. Football, basketball, baseball, and more. Bet Indiana News is the sharpest source for the latest sports betting news from across the country and around the state. And always with an eye on the action, the favorites, the underdogs, the sharp money, and more. It's where you'll find all the sports betting info you want, all at one site. Visit BetIndianaNews.com today.
This is Komets head coach Ben Boudreau inviting everyone to Texas Roadhouse before every Komets home game. Wear your favorite Komets jersey and get a free cactus blossom. And you can even sit in the famous Komets Corner. Texas Roadhouse is the home of award-winning steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and unbelievable fresh-baked bread. Of course, Texas Roadhouse has plenty of ice-cold beer and legendary margaritas. Get to Texas Roadhouse with your Komets jersey before every Komets home game and get a free cactus blossom. Texas Roadhouse on Washington Center Road.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
On his way, the big Russian coming to the Fort Wayne line. Boy, this kid really spreads out and takes room. Alexander Andrevsky is his name. Now the Comet. Oh, Bobby Loxo. He gets by one check. He's by another check. Here he comes to the line. Hooked off the play. He's got a man out front. Scores. What a shot. What a save. Rebound on his knees. Loxo. Another one. Ratushny couldn't get to it. Far boards now. Kelly Hurd trying to check his man. It's down front of the net. Hanging on Ray LeBlanc. For the drop deep into the corner. Look out. Coming up the near side. It's knocked down. Held into the zone. Here it is. Fletcher just missed the corner. Now Mittendorf has it out at the point. Here's Richardson. His drive just deflected wide. Mittendorf has it again. Backs right out front. Fletcher was there. Couldn't get a stick on it. Hurd on his way to center ice. Kelly on his way to the line. He's around the defense. Puts it to the net. Turned out. Held in at the point by the Comet defender. Deep he comes. A shot. A save. A rebound. Oh, what a save on that. His chin was there but couldn't play it. Mittendorf circling back. Takes the pass. Here's Max. Outskates one man. All the way cross rink. After it goes Bobby Loxo deep in the corner. Round behind the net. Mittendorf nails his man. Out front. Here's the drive. And another one right in front of the goal. Loxo tied up. Wilkie spins away from the first check, coming out in front of the net. There it is. Shot. Save! Hurd was out cold turkey. Great feed into the slot by Wilkie. Hurd pulled the trigger, and Racine saved the bacon. Komets coming out of the zone. Bobby Loxo has room to center. Loxo into the zone. Right up the middle. He's in. He fires. Save on the play. Rebound. Another save. Cleared by Hurd. Another save. Boy, they got a man on the side of the goal. Shot. Save. As Gagnon battling away. They're scrumming in front of the net. Komets got a chunk of it. Another drive wide. As they've got everybody taken out of that. Whoops. As Ian Boyce stands trying to clear the puck. Now it's all the way back inside the Kansas City zone, and the voice of hockey is expressing itself on a goal line stand. Look at Boyce coming back. Middendorf coming up with a puck. Here's Maxey. Gets by the first check. Goes to the zone. He still got it. He fires the shot and went wide. Off behind the net and around the far boards. They come back up out of the zone. Kravitz chased off. Kept in his zone. Boyce has it back again. Boyce to the front of the net, but survived the power play, and Boyce just dumps it. He'll take the icing as they survive a 5-minute power play and do some tremendous penalty killing. 3-1-3 still left, period number 1. Everybody gives them a standing ovation on WoWo Komet Hockey. Here they come to center as Gruel waits his chance. Now it is Richardson feeding through to Chibarev. Feeds it off nicely left side. Oh, Loxo hit the post. Rebound out front of the net. Couldn't get a play as it's turned high into the air that time by Gerard. Loxo hit the post. Had it. Look out. That was a give and go in the corner. Knocked down again by Loxo. Bobby's got room. I should say it is turned out nicely to center ice. Scotty Gruel's going to be onside on this one. He's got a 3-on-2. Front of the net. Chibarev. Oh, and he missed it. Here he comes back up the boards. Nicely cleared.
The Bob Chase Memorial Game coming up this Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, and we'll be playing some more great Bob clips coming up later on tonight and coming up next Wednesday when we go into Wheeling. The Komets going to take care of business here in the second period. We are tied at 1. One more break. Second period coming up for you. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Komets Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Macomb provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Komets Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
We are back live at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. So we got a dandy going. 1-1 is our score between the Komets and the Wheeling Nailers. And here we go. Second period has started up. The Komets have got the puck. It will be Brett McKenzie onto the right side of Brady Shaw. He'll enter the zone, being guarded tightly by Duquette. And up along the far side, and it'll be popped loose, and it will be the Nailers with the puck. They try and break free with it. They come across Willie Smith to the blue line. Drops it back. Here's Chris Brown with a shot and a save made to Cole Kehler. Kehler will drop the puck. He'll give it up to the Komets. That's going to be Gottlieb to the blue line. And now taken away by Hawkins. Here's a wrister. That is going to be shanked wide of the net. That's going to be rimming all the way out. Ruby will stop it. Everybody will change up. And now it will be the Nailers with the puck onto the right side. It will be Duquette weaving through some traffic. Comes across the line. Duquette sends it back. It'll be Kratzenbergs hanging on to it up along the near side. Kratzenbergs trying to get away from Petruzzelli. He moves it up top into the blue line. The Komets there to defend it nicely. And Marcus Phillips cross-ring past Petruzzelli. Łyszczarczyk coming across to Petruzzelli. In front of the net. He couldn't get a shot off. And it goes along the near side. Łyszczarczyk will drop it down low into the corner. And the Nailers straight forward with it. And they'll hit their own blue line. Now an outlet pass on the right side. It'll be Kratzenbergs wheeling it around here in the Komet zone. Now it goes along the far side to Petruzzelli. Petruzzelli, he will hang on to it. Now he will get some space as we still got a 1-1 game here in the second period, just underway. Komets with it. Phillips onto the far side. He'll give it up, and Petruzzelli gives it a tap. Now it goes to Alec Butcher, and now the Nailers have got it in their own zone. We got Siebenthaler moving it forward, intercepted at the center line. Jenks left side to Ross. Ross is going to come in into the corner, lost an edge, and he is going to be taken off the puck by Siebenthaler. But look at Ross taking it right back. They are going to battle up along the near side. It gets loose. Komets with it, wheeling it up top of the blue line. Gallipo thought about a shot. Now he gives it over. It'll be Sidlowski with it over. One-timer on the money. Save made by Ruby, and the rebound stuffed as well. Up along the far side, Scarfo with it, and Scarfo and Binkley, they tangle, and the Komets get it out. It's Binkley out to Gallipo. Gallipo far side. Binkley picking it back up on the dot, coming down low. Had a man, and it was Ross. Ross wheels it up top of the blue line. Sean Sidlowski, he'll take a shot. Ruby the save, and he'll grab hold. And the Komets come out firing just like they did in the first period.
Blistering shot from the point. Ruby with the save, but he left a juicy rebound right on the doorstep, and it just hopped over Binkley's stick. He had a wide open net if he could have corralled it.
Face-off will be to the left of Jordan Ruby, who has played very well here tonight. He's turned aside 14 shots this evening. 1-1 is our score. Face-off to left of Ruby. McKenzie in there for the Komets. Now he got in there a little bit too quick. McKenzie will get chased. Now we have got Brady Shaw. Shaw in there to the blue line. St-Amant angles it over to Gallipo. Gallipo with a shot. Missed it. Back behind the net. And up along the far side, Willie Smith grabs it for the Nailers. Smith pass going to be deflected, but now back into the Komet zone. Goes off the end wall, far corner. And Gallipo will get it over to Binkley on the far side. Moving it ahead. Going to be poked aside. Now it goes underneath. And it's Jason Binkley up along the far side trying to find a gap. And he will find one. It's going to go out to center ice. And the Nailers drift back into their own territory. Off the stick of Hawkins. Gallipo with it. And now he moves it to Shaw. Shaw will take the turn. His pass intercepted by Chris Brown. Brown's going to come across the line. Needs some help. Cuts to the net. He goes back behind the goal line. Ridden off the play by Gallipo. Now onto the near side to the blue line. Over the stick of Siebenthaler. And it's going to go down to Ruby.
Nice play by Gallipo. Staying on a very dangerous man. Rode him right into the boards and took away that scoring threat.
Nailers will dump it back into the Komet zone. Petruzzelli up along the near side. Petruzzelli will get it out to Gallipo. Gallipo hits Petruzzelli right down the middle of the ice. Gives it over to Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk coming in. Here's a wrister. It goes wide into the corner. Back behind the net. Łyszczarczyk again after it. And now Cam Brown will send it all the way onto the far side and out. And this will be an icing. And these two teams, I'm not sure what's going to be left in the tank after this one. But like I said, I think they both know they have got a day off tomorrow, and they are leaving it out on the ice.
Yeah, coming over the blue line, Shane. 3 strong again, 3-on-2. Komets passing back and forth, making Ruby move, and Łyszczarczyk with a shot that just went wide.
Face off to the right of Ruby. It goes into the corner. And the Nailers will clear the zone. Siebenthaler bouncing puck along the near side, grabbed by Martin. Martin will flip it in. It goes back behind the net. Ruby will steer it up along the near side. Up along the near boards. Hirono gets it out. Bryson Martin back for the Komets. Martin will angle to his right. Now he'll flip it in. Gonna rim it all the way around. Coming up to the blue line. Gottlieb gives it a jab. Cannot keep it in. Now it comes out to the center line. Now pooched over onto the far side. And the Nailers enter the Komet zone. Komets get back. Łyszczarczyk is there. He'll send it around the wall. And he tries to hit Morrison. Morrison on the left side trying to get around one man. He's able to get it to Sedlowski as they cross over the line. Sedlowski on the far side. He lost it. Now Hirono has got it. Hirono coming across. Drop back pass. Here's a shot. Score. Alec Butcher. And Butcher just beat Kehler cleanly. And it's 2-1 Wheeling.
Yeah, Butcher coming in right down the center of the ice, had a Komet defenseman in front of him. Komets was playing it smart, playing it straight up, but it just must have blocked the vision a little bit for Kehler, just enough to get under that glove. I would dig it from behind. But...
So it's 2-1. He got it on the left shoulder, blocker side. So Butcher whips one in. So it's 2-1 Wheeling, and the face-off coming out to center ice. And it's Phillips up along the far side. Kyle Haas back in his own zone. Haas on the left side. And it's go to Taylor Ross. Ross will come across the line. Ross now cutting to the net. Goes off the side of the cage, and now back up along the near boards. It will be Hawkins taking a turn. Gets around Sean Sedlowski. Sends it into Kehler. And Kehler will get the stick on it. Down to Haas. Haas's backhander up along the wall. Far side. Tap pass will go to Jenks. Jenks will find a man on the right side at Sean Sedlowski. Sedlowski stood up as he crosses over the blue line. The puck goes down into the corner. Now it's going to be played up along the far boards. And now flipped back into the Komet zone. Gallipo goes back behind the nets. Gallipo on the right side. Lost it in front. They score. The Komets with a bad turnover. And it will be Cam Brown getting the goal, and it's 3-1 Wheeling. And now Cole Kehler is shaken up. And this is not a good sign because the Komets are working with an emergency backup tonight. Alex Zion. Dylan Ferguson not available. And Cole Kehler is going to have to get some attention. And Cam Brown makes it a 3-1 hockey game, and Kehler... he has not been able to regain his feet. 14:37 to go here in the second period. And we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Now, Alex Zion has yet to warm up on the Komet bench, so it looks like Cole Kehler is going to be okay. And not really sure what happened there to Kehler. Maybe he got clipped a little bit in the head, but he's able to get to his feet. He seems to be okay. But the Komets giving up two quick ones here in the second period to have them down by a pair.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy play by a typically sure-handed Gallipo. He had multiple Komets in front of him. He had time, he had space, and should have just got it out of the zone. But he was holding onto the puck a little bit too long, and Cam Brown came and picked his pocket.
Brady Shaw has got the puck, trying to get the Komets back in this one. Shaw trying to cut to the net, taken off by Duquette. Now St-Amant up along the far side. St-Amant drops it off, far boards. Komets working it over, and it's going to be taken away. But the Komets are able to keep it down there. Kratzenberg with a nice move, but now the Nailers are able to dig it out. Up along the far side, Komets keep it in at the blue line, and it's Binkley in front to Shaw. What a save by Ruby. And it was Brady Shaw point blank again, but Ruby came out and used every inch of his padding to make that save on Shaw, and the Nailers ice it.
Yeah, tip of the hat to that save right there. He was spread eagle out on his belly to make that save. Brady Shaw was right on the doorstep, and it was able to tip the puck, but Ruby made the save. couldn't collect the garbage and put it back in.
No power plays tonight, which is surprising. I'm not sure if we've gone this deep in a game without a power play, but the Komets could use one right here. 3-1 is our score. The Nailers with the lead. 14:06 to go, second period. And Jenks will take the face-off. Jenks digs in. Comes up top to the blue line. Gottlieb slides it over to Brad Ross. Ross couldn't corral the pass, and the Nailers have it on the far side. Back up along the far boards. It will be to Ross. Ross, his pass going to be tipped, and now back into the Komet zone. Onto the far side, Kratzenbergs. Cutting across along the far side. Kratzenbergs, backhander, and Bryson Martin will stop it. Now it's Brad Ross up along the far side. And now Ross down there in the corner. Battles with Kratzenbergs, and now it'll go to Bryson Martin. Martin on the left side. He'll jam it all the way back into the wheeling zone. And the Nailers have got the puck. On the near side, Scarfo. Scarfo will gain the Komet line, and Scarfo angling to his left. Drops it into the corner. Back below the goal line, Butcher up top, Siebenaller angling to his left, and it goes into the corner. And now back below the goal line, it will be Butcher again. Here's a shot score. Right over the right shoulder of Cole Kehler. And maybe Cole Kehler still shaking off the cobwebs after he gave up the third goal. He had to get some attention from the training staff, and Kehler looked very slow getting back up, trying to make that save.
Yeah, that just did not look like the Cole Kehler we saw in the first period. That shot wasn't that difficult coming in from the right side of him, and it was just a small opening in the top corner, and he was able to get it in, but Cole Kehler usually will get that down, so we got some serious concerns right now if he's okay.
4-1 Wheeling. Wheeling now 4 unanswered goals. 3 here in the second period. And the Nailers looking for more as they come across the line. Here's Chris Brown along the far side. It's going to go off of the skates of Hawkins, and it goes into the corner. Back behind the nets. And now played up along the near side, up top to the blue line. Here's a shot. It's blocked, and it doesn't get through. Chris Brown along the far side. Brown loading up. Here's a shot. Kehler the save. Kicks it out of there with the left leg. And now on the near side boards, and it goes into the corner. Komets with it. It'll be Phillips below the goal line to Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk on the right side, Petruzzelli, and Petruzzelli banks it off the wall, and it's going to go all the way down. Petruzzelli with it. He goes back behind the net, and Petruzzelli still hustling, had his stick held up for a moment, skates through it, comes up along the near side of the blue line. Gallipo will wrist it, blocked, and now Hawkins will get it out off the wall. Binkley goes back and out along the far side. Binkley back in his own end, over to Gallipo onto the left side, moving it up along the far boards. It's McKenzie. McKenzie will take a wide turn with it here on the left wing, and now he'll jam it up along the wall. It goes into the corner. Komets go in after it. It will be St-Amant. Him and Duquette, they tangle down low. McKenzie in there as well. St-Amant still with it. Now to McKenzie up along the wall. Banks it. Gallipo with a drive. Doesn't get through. And now the Nailers with it. They got a man busting down the far side. It's Kratzenbergs. And now Kratzenbergs has with it, but he lost an edge. But it's going to be enough to pull him. No, we'll have a penalty called. Slashing will be the marker on the Fort Wayne Komets. So the Komets to skate a man down for 2 minutes here with 11:36 to go in the period. It is 4-1 Wheeling. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Morning, Dave. Morning. Is that your phone?
Yeah, I have an alert for when something big happens in the world of hash browns.
Really?
Yeah. It says here, Tim Hortons hash browns are now just 50 cents.
50 cents? Oh, I'm getting one with my sauce's egg and cheese sandwich.
Good idea.
Hash browns, hash browns, hash
That's a backup alarm, just in case.
Smart.
Alert! Crispy golden hash browns are now just 50 cents at Tim Hortons. For a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Tim Hortons!
Applebee's holiday gift cards are the best thing that's happened to elves since, well, pointy hats. Instead of making gifts in the workshop, I can give a $50 gift card and get a $10 bonus card for boneless wings and handcrafted burgers. Burgers. Applebee's gift cards. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Bonus card expires March 1st, 2020 and may not be redeemed on day of issuance. Restrictions apply. See cards for details.
Back to Komet Hockey.
Face-off will go to the right of Cole Kehler with Brett McKenzie in the box for slashing.
Shane, this is the last thing we needed was to be on the power play. You know, the Komets right now not only need goals, but they need to keep the puck in the other end of the ice until Kehler can get his cobwebs cleared out.
Puck is dropped to the blue line. Nailers on a power play. And here's Hawkins on the right side. Cross rink pass on him is Phillips. Hirono goes down low. Binkley will bank it off the wall. Now up along the far side, it will be Hirono trying to get away from Phillips. Hirono comes all the way up top to the blue line, sends it over to Brown here on the near side. Brown goes below the goal line to Kratzenberg. Now back to Hirono in the corner. And now the Komets' Jenks is there. Jenks will take his time with it, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. Ruby will stop it. Komets skating a man down here for another 126. Nailers with the puck. Here is Hawkins coming across the line. Hawkins with a wrister. Save made to Kehler. And Kehler could not get the rebound. Now Brady Shaw helps him out. And now he'll send it all the way down. Down it goes with 1:08 to go on the power play. The Nailers with the puck. And the Nailers have got it in their own zone. Down the middle they come. Goes down to Kehler, and Kehler will glove it down. He will get a whistle. And Cole Kehler still seems a little off. And Kehler now going over, needs a little help with the mask. He tells the officials that he's got to go over and get a little bit of an equipment repair. So we've got 10:32 to go here in the second period. Komets doing a fine job killing off this power play, but they still have 56 more seconds to kill off.
Shane, you know, A.J. Jenks is not 100%. That's clear, but he was out there to start the power play, the shorthanded situation, to take the face-off, get control of the puck so we could clear the zone. He did his job. He muscled it out, kept the clock going for, we're down to under a minute left to go before we had to switch up and so forth. So, great job by Jenks.
Cole Kehler, little equipment adjustment. He heads back into the crease, and Kehler still having trouble with that helmet. So Kehler gets a little bit of help there from the referee, getting everything adjusted. And it looks like Kehler may be going with his maybe backup mask there. All right, now we're set to go. 4-1 Wheeling. Puck is dropped along the far side. St-Amant will get it down the length of the ice. And the Nailers will go back. Siebenthaler has got it. He goes back below the goal line. Drops it off. And now the Nailers have got it. Quick, they come ahead. Far side, Scarfo coming down the left wing. Scarfo taking a wide turn up top of the blue line. High slot. Duquette got a man in front. Knocked away by the Komets. Good job there by Haas. And up top to the blue line. Butcher cross rink to Siebenthaler. Siebenthaler comes up top. Sean Sedlowski is there with the swipe. He'll feather it forward. Trying to hit St-Amant. St-Amant coming into the corner after it. And now St-Amant needs a little bit of help trying to kill off the rest of this penalty, down to 14 seconds to go on it. And now it'll be the Nailers digging it out with just 9 seconds to go on the man advantage. And Siebenthaler has got the puck. 9:40 to go here in the second period. Another fast-moving period. Puck goes along the far side. We're back to 5-on-5. And now it will be Gottlieb with it. His pass intercepted and back the other way. Kratzenberg gets it in the Komet zone. And now it'll be Martin to Gottlieb on the left side. To the blue line we come. And it will be McKenzie on the left wing trying to go to Petruzzelli. Now back into the Wheeling zone to the blue line. Petruzzelli floating it into the corner. And now it comes off the stick of a Komets. That's Petruzzelli. It goes out of play. And it is going to be in the face-off coming up in the Wheeling zone. 9:11 to go here in the period. All right, we killed this one off. Face-off coming up in the Wheeling zone. We need a quick one here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Komets on several occasions in this period have been trying to force cross-ice passes through the neutral zone, and there's just too many bodies there. It's not getting through, and it's setting up Wheeling for breakaways coming in on us, and more importantly, stopping our forward progress for getting into the offensive zone.
Phillips with a shot, and that one is blocked. He's got to hustle back. Hirono was on him, and he gets it to Jenks. Jenks will come across the line. Jenks on the right side, being guarded tightly down there by Tapp. And now Trapp will get it up to the blue line, and now the Nailers have got it. And he'll come across here in the Komet zone. A shot taken away, far side, Sidlowski. And Sidlowski gets it to Binkley. Binkley over to Phillips. Phillips will get it ahead. Here is Brad Ross trying to split the defenders. Held up. Now Jenks coming in. Jenks will take a shot. Missed it wide. And now on the near side, Jenks will give it a tap. Jenks still on the puck. And now he loses it. Now the Nailers with it off the wall. Binkley far boards back into the Wheeling zone. Steve Johnson moves it ahead. Now it's going to be tapped at and now back into the Komet zone. It's going to be stopped by Kehler. Kehler up along the far boards. Chris Brown angles it over to Butcher. Up along the far boards. Butcher now goes back below the goal line. Got a man on his back and Haas. Haas is all over him and we've got a penalty called. High sticking is going to be the marker, but let's see who's going to get it. And he is, the referee still not sure who's going to go in. High sticking against the Komets. Second straight penalty here in this period. And I was afraid it was going to go on Haas. And that is what we have.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, trying to stay out of the box. And, boy,
yeah,
two bad penalties.
We're shaking our heads right now because the Komets can't buy a break. And the Komets need a power play of their own. They have yet to be awarded one tonight. As Gallipo will get it into the Wheeling zone. We go all the way down behind the net. And the Nailers have got it. On to the right side, here's Hawkins leading this power play for the Nailers. They come across the line. Kratzenberg coming in. Now he tries to wrap it around. Nothing there up top of the blue line. Hawkins on the point. Johnson to Hawkins on the right side. Gets crowded, but he's able to get it over to Brown. Brown on the near side, coming up top of the blue line. Here's the drive. Save made by Kehler, and the Komets will clear the zone. Ruby will come out of the pipes, and it comes into the corner. And outside of that one big save on Brady Shaw, Jordan Ruby's had an easy second period. Puck comes all the way here onto the near boards and sent all the way around the wall and into the corner. Jason Binkley is down there. He battles with Scarfo. And it comes all the way up along the near boards. Under a minute to go on this man advantage for the Nailers. They lead it 4-1. Far boards back up top of the blue line. Saucered up top. Here's a shot that is going to be missed and now deflected into the safety screen. Komets with 17 shots, out shooting Wheeling overall 17-15. But Komets only 4 shots on goal here in the period.
Yeah, they're getting outshot in the second period for sure, but you know, power plays will help that. Need to get through this next 45.
6:51 to go in the period. Puck comes up to the blue line. Nailers with it. Here's a wrister and a save made to Kehler. Kehler will hang on to it, and the faceoff will remain in the Komet zone. Faceoff to the right. To Kehler, and Jenks will be in there. Jenks digs in. He's in there with Chris Brown. And the Komets get to it, but cannot out. Scarfo will send it around. Back below the goal line. Chris Brown with it. Feeds it into the corner. Now up top to the blue line. Now Siemens there with a rip and a save made for Kehler, and he'll hang on to it. And now Chris Brown is going to get cleared out of there right at the end of the play by Phillips.
Well, that's 2 shots that Kehler's been able to not only make the save but tie up the rebound.
Face off to the left of Kehler. Here in the Komet zone, still 27 seconds left of a power play for the Wheeling Nailers. And Jenks will take the face off with Cam Brown. Tied up on the dot. It goes into the corner. Up top to the blue line. Siebenthaler. Nice job by Jenks. Got a piece of the crossing pass. And now back into the Comet zone. Brad Ross all over his man. Now Jenks comes in. He's able to get it to Ross. Comets here short-handed. Ross held up on the play. Tackled, actually. And not going to get a call. Up top of the blue line. Here's Phillips. Phillips on the left side. Can he get his shot off? He goes into the corner. Phillips with it all the way onto the far boards. Phillips. And now we are even strength. Phillips up along the far side, and Wheeling getting away with everything right now here in the Comet zone. Back behind the nets, it's Morrison. Morrison to the blue line, splits the defense. Morrison with a backhander, save made, and we finally get a penalty. Comets with it. Here's a shot. Score! 4-2. Comets cut the lead in half after the Nailers just mugged every Comet in their zone. Siebenthaler was eventually going to get a penalty, but forget that. The Comets just scored, and it's 4-2.
Shay, we were getting grabbed every which way but loose, but Phillips, what a phenomenal job ragging the puck short-handed in the offensive zone for Wheeling, and he had people draped on him the entire time, and he managed to control that puck all the way down around the boards and then back again, kept the play alive, got the puck out in front of the net, and then a nice, beautiful shot. Comets on the board again.
Comet goal, his 7th of the season, scored by number 88, Łyszczarczyk. Assisting on the goal, number 17, Brad Morrison. And number 21, Marcus Phillips.
Łyszczarczyk gets the goal, cuts the lead in half, and now the Comets got a lot of life to them. Here's Taylor Ross. Over to Petruzzelli across the line. The Comets are offside, and that'll get us down to a break. 5:23 to go in the period. 4-2 Wheeling. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Comets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies? It isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community. Part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Comets cut the lead in half. It is now 4-2. We're skating 5-on-5 here, but we got a whistle.
Offside. St-Amant was just stepped over.
So the Comets here finally get the crowd back into it after what was a disastrous second period, but now the Comets can turn that around. They get a goal here, and it's 4-2.
We still didn't get the power play, but
That's
we got
right.
the benefit of a goal of a power play. We'll take it at an extra time on the clock.
Sometimes it's okay to decline those, and that's what we did. Nailers have got the puck. It is Hawkins down the middle of the ice. Enters the Comet zone. Martin on the far side to Shaw. Shaw to McKenzie. McKenzie comes across the line. McKenzie onto the far side. McKenzie to the blue line, trying to get away from Johnson. And he does. McKenzie trying to cut to the net. He now goes behind and now goes along the near side in the corner. McKenzie, great stick handling skills here. Here in St-Amant with a wrister. And we got another penalty called. It is going to go on the Nailers. Here is Gottlieb on the left side. Wrist one and a save made. Delayed call. Comets still with it. McKenzie in the corner. Up top here is St-Amant. Now to Gottlieb. Back over. Oh, shot. No save. Score! 4-3. Comets pull within one.
Shade, Great patience on that delayed call. Got the sixth attacker on the ice. They made sure that they were clear with their passes. Moved the puck across the front of the net. Another key quick shot before Ruby could slide over to make the save. 2 power play calls. Neither one of them do we have to skate a second. Beautiful.
The Komets decline another penalty. It was a delayed call. This one, Bryson Martin gets the goal, and the Komets, a lot of life. Jordan Ruby went down to his knees a little bit too early, and Martin was able to pick him clean. 4-3 now here in the second. 4:21 to go here in the second period, and the puck goes all the way down into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, it is Gallipo on the far side to Sedlowski. Gets it out. Ross tracking after it. Siebenoller gets there first, and he'll put it down into the Komet zone. Now up along the far side, Brad Ross collided with the linesman. Siebenoller, I think they both went into the linesman, and the linesman is down, and the game will come to a stop here. And the linesman gets back up, kind of laughs it off because that probably doesn't happen, as both Siebenoller and Ross, they both stopped immediately and tried picking up the linesman. So obviously just an accident there, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Three Komets down by 1. The Nailers had 4 unanswered goals. Now the Komets put a couple up there. And it will be the Komets with the puck in their own zone. Haas on the left side. Haas will get it into the wheeling zone. It's going to come into the corner. Back below the goal line. Siebenoller on the far side gives it a jab. Gallipo will keep it in. Now Siebenoller sends it all the way around on the near side, and now it will be the Nailers. Stretch pass. They'll come across the line. It'll be Alec Butcher. Butcher looking for a man, cutting to the net. It's going to roll down. Kehler gives it a jab, and look at Brad Ross right there in the Komets. Will clear the zone. Dangerous play there for the Komets. It was slow developing, and that helped out the Komets greatly. Off the stick of Jenks. Komets with it in their own zone. Sedlowski to Brad Ross. Ross will feather it into the wheeling zone. Goes off the end wall. Now back on the near side goes Johnson for the Nailers. Far board's going to be tipped into the Komet zone. And it's going to go all the way down. Put out in front of that. Komets are there to defend it, and it is Morrison. Morrison on the left side gets across the line. We've got another penalty called. Łyszczarczyk coming in, goes back behind the goal line. Now it's going to be touched. Now the Komets will get a power play. Hooking will be the call, and the Komets with a chance to tie this game up.
It'll be good to see the power play coming to life here. We get our first real opportunity. Beautiful play coming over the blue line. Morrison again dancing with the puck behind the back pass that set that up going forward. He's a true playmaker out there tonight, that's for sure.
And it's Cam Brown going to the box. That's a good guy to get off the ice. All right, the Komets in a bit of a power play drought, but still a very, very good unit. 2:56 to go here in the second period. It's been a tale of 2 periods. And we have got Brett McKenzie to take the face-off. McKenzie wins it cleanly. Back to Gallipo on the point. Gallipo angles over. It's Brady Shaw. Shaw will take a wrister. Does not get through. And now the Nailers have got it on the near side. Short-handed. They come across the line. Shot and a save made. Scarfo had a chance. Kehler with the big save with the leg. And now St-Amant transitions coming across the line. Drop back pass. McKenzie up along the wall. Angles it upstairs. And the Komets will get some space. Shaw down low. It is McKenzie. Oh, St-Amant on the far wall. St-Amant to the point. Here's Gallipo. Nothing there in the slot. And now he moves to his right. Gallipo hits Shaw. Top of the circle. Blast. Save made. Rebound. Komets were there but could not knock it home. Up top to Shaw. Shaw to the blue line. Now cross ring pass. Now up to Gallipo. Back on the point. Now right side shot by St-Amant. It's blocked. And it goes into the corner. McKenzie with it. McKenzie spins around in the corner. Centering play. St-Amant shot. Save made by Ruby. And into the corner. It is McKenzie up along the far side. He is going to be hooked. No call. Komets with it in Shaw front. Score! Score! We're tied! Power play goal!
Shaw with the pass right across the crease to a breaking St-Amant. St-Amant coming in hard, got the puck and buried it. 4 straight goals by the Komets. 3 of them technically power plays.
That's right. A big-time power play goal. And if there's one weakness of Jordan Ruby, he goes down very quickly. And you see it there. He was down on his knees, gave the entire upper portion of the net to St-Amant, who is a sniper out there, and he doesn't miss. And we're tied at 4, folks. Second period. Morrison will get it back on Ruby, and Ruby needs a breather. He'll glove it down. He'll get a whistle.
One thing we've learned when Fort Wayne plays Wheeling is don't go anywhere. It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, the way we played Sunday, it went right into overtime, and this one right now we're tied at 4 here in the second period.
We've definitely seen a Jekyll and Hyde period out of the Komets this the second period. But good to see that they're finishing like the K's.
Face-off will be to the right of Ruby here in the Wheeling zone. Coming up on $1:30 to go in the period. Taylor Ross all right out in front, and he couldn't connect with it. Now it's Morrison up along the near side. Morrison gets it tangled up. Brad Ross comes up along the near side. Ross tries to dig it out, and it goes, it will go to the Nailers. And ahead they come. Willie Smith, far side to Hawkins. Hawkins into the corner, below the goal line. Komets have it with $1:10 now to play in the period. Morrison with it on the left side has Taylor Ross, and Morrison will opt to flip it in. The Komets will change. Nailers with it on the near board. Siebenoller with it. Under a minute to go in the period. Sean Sedlowski at the center line. Lost it to Hirono. Hirono now will enter the zone. Hirono dangles around, gets around Bryson Martin. Now he goes underneath. Look out in front of the net, and it'll be Siebenoller with it. Siebenoller onto the far side. Siebenoller into the corner, being chased by Jenks. Cross-ring pass. Here's Brown to the wrister, and a save made by Kehler. And the Komets caught running around a little bit there. 38.9 seconds to go in the period. And this is the Komets now have to survive this 38.9 and take that momentum into the dressing room.
Cardinals sin to give up a goal in the last minute of a period. So the Komets definitely need to rise to the occasion here. It seems like the break that Kehler has had, because we've been on the offensive zone, has allowed him to come back to form. So you need to win this face-off, Jenks.
And that's what AJ does. Goes into the corner. Now it is tied up along the wall. Gottlieb battles with Kratzenbergs. Kratzenbergs is going to muscle his way up along the near side. Again, Gottlieb tries to trap him down there. Comes out to Gottlieb, and now he'll get it to Brad Ross. Takes a peek at the clock as he enters the neutral zone. He'll toss it in on Ruby. Ruby misplayed it for a moment, but he was able to get back just in time before Sean Sedlowski would have just tapped that one home.
Wow, Sean Sedlowski, he was drooling at that when he couldn't believe he actually saw that puck coming out towards him, and he was flying and ended up having to jump over a sprawled Ruby.
And Sedlowski had to put on the brakes real quick, but Ruby, he's a little rattled right now, you can tell. 4-4, that's our score. Nailers led this one 4-1 in the second period, no less. And the Komets have done all this damage in the second half of the period. McKenzie will take the face-off. Face-off to the right of Ruby. Comes up to the blue line. Martin steps up, takes a shot. Oh, he just missed that. It goes along the far side into the corner. Here's Duquette with 10 seconds left. Komets are there. Brady Shaw digs it, and he's trying to get it out. Here is Sean St-Amant into the corner. Tries to center it with 3 seconds. Here's a drive. It's going to go wide to the blue line. Martin at the buzzer can't get a shot off. And then it was the Nailers just hanging on there at the end of the period. And what a period it was. Nailers, 4 unanswered goals, followed by the Komets, 4 unanswered goals, and it has been, or 3 unanswered goals, and it has been quite the night here at the Coliseum.
40 minutes of hockey gone. We've decided nothing.
4-4 is the score. A fast-paced hockey game here. It's a night, and you know what? Of course, we were bragging about the lack of penalties. Then we had a rash of them. The Komets scored 2 goals on 2 delayed penalties. Didn't even get to go on the power play. And finally, the game tire was on the man advantage.
Yeah, and how important is that to be able to score by getting the extra attacker on before the whistle blows, and you have to burn a couple minutes getting set up up, winning the face-off, and so forth. You know, that was all within the last 5 minutes and 23 seconds, and they were able to get 3 goals because they got 2 that way.
We are tied at 4. We are going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Fort Wayne's got big trash problems, only one way to solve them. Curbside Container has a plan. If you got trash to haul, just give Curbside a call. From the biggest dump truck to an itty-bitty can, just call up Curbside Container. Ain't no need to call your mayor. Curbside Container will be there.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
And the Komets have a penalty shot in overtime to win it. Come on, come on.
Hey, Dad, do you know where my goggles are?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll help you find it right after this. Wait, why are you soaking wet?
Oh, I was just swimming in the basement.
You were what? Oh, great. Watering your basement? Don't know what to do next? Tell your insurance agent you want to work with Hayes & Sons. Because at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Visit HayesandSons.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
We are back at the Coliseum. We are in the middle of the second intermission, and we are at home, which means it is time for our Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game. If you want to be the next guest statistician of the game, all you have to do is go to Kaleidoscope Floors on Twitter or Facebook and just say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. The winner of this little contest will get to come to a game. We'll get some tickets, also get a chance to sit up in the press box and be interviewed live on WoWo, which I'm going to do with my good friend Ian Wall. And Ian, you've done this before, so you know exactly what's going on, right? Okay, this is radio. Got to say yes.
Yes.
There we go. All right, Ian. Okay. Now you got your cotton candy. I've seen you eating it all night long, so I know you're all excited to do this, right? All right. Okay, Ian, why don't you go ahead and tell us who scored the goals here tonight?
In period 1, goals made is 81 Ross. Assists, Jenks, and Binkley. Shots on goals, 13 shots on goals. Shaw, McKenzie, and St-Amant. Period 2, goals, 88.
Łyszczarczyk, that's a tough one.
Łyszczarczyk and Martin.
Yep.
And St-Amant.
St-Amant, there you go. See, now, we got off to a bad start there in the second period, so I think you probably thought this was going to be real easy, right? Well, the guys kept you busy there at the end of the period. All right, now one last thing I want you to do for me. I want you to tell you the shots on goal here tonight. How many does Wheeling have?
18.
And how many do the Komets have?
27.
27. There you go. That's all there is. And it's going to be an exciting third period, buddy. So tell everybody, first of all, where you go to school, how old are you, and all that good stuff.
I'm 10 years old, and I go to Price Elementary in 4th grade.
There you go. All right, man. Ian, you did another fantastic job. Thank you for coming up here tonight, and let's bring home a win, right?
Yeah.
All right, we will take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
When you're in pain from an orthopedic injury, muscle or joint issues, or sports injuries, you want treatment right away. You want Parkview Ortho Express, our orthopedic walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without a referral or appointment. From sprains and strains to broken bones to neck and back pain, Parkview Ortho Express is here to help with diagnostics, x-rays, treatment, and referrals. All in one location at Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in anytime Monday through Thursday from 7 to 7, Friday 7 to 5, or Saturday 8 to noon. Parkview Ortho Express. Same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without an appointment. Visit Parkview Ortho Express at the south entrance of Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. To learn more, call 260-266-4007 or visit parkview.com/Ortho Express.
McKenzie & Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, McKenzie provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. McKenzie & Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Quite the game here tonight. The Komets and the Wheelie Nailers locked in a good one. We are tied at 4. Komet fans rush into one of Mattress Warehouse's 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or at mattresswarehousefw.com. Mattress Warehouse, sleep on it tonight. The next game for the Komets here at home will be next Thursday. That is Thanksgiving, and that is going to be the Bob Chase Memorial Game. It is something we do every year to honor the late, great Bob Chase, the voice of the Komets for 63 years. I have always been honored to be the man to follow in his footsteps. Bob was a great friend of mine, and it'll be a very emotional night on Thanksgiving night. But the Komets are going to celebrate the life of Bob Chase with special jerseys this year. They look really sharp, so make sure you come out and take a look at those. And, of course, come out on Thanksgiving night to pay tribute to Bob Chase. 7:30 is the start time. And, again, the Wheelie Nailers will be in town. Now, over the last weekend, coming up on this week, I've been paying tribute to Bob Chase on the Huntington University Komets podcast. This Tuesday, I'll have another episode and some more tributes to Bob Chase, where we go back and have some great calls, some old calls from Bob, and also play excerpts from his autobiography that I voiced. And you can get the entire autobiography by going to bobchasebook.com. And I've done other tributes, so please go back and listen to all the other episodes. Just go to komets.com to listen to the podcast, or go to Apple Podcasts, and you can get that as well. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to have a very special interview with another one of Bob's proteges, Mike Doc Emmerich. We all know him as the voice of the NHL, really, and of course he owes his career to Bob Chase. And we're going to come back, and we're going to talk to Doc a little bit about what Bob Chase meant to him. We will be back with Mike Emmerich. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets and
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call, that's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Against that famous facade that's attached to the roof at Yankee Stadium, and you see it come down and then it settles into your glove. And then somebody that comes out and has got a big chaw in one jaw comes out and puts their hand on your shoulder and said, by the way, they decided they want to put you in the lineup tonight. Yeah. And you realize that you've got your uniform on already, you might as well. And so you get in the lineup. And so here I was getting a chance to come back and actually spend some. So I spent time memorizing names and numbers, and I knew I wasn't going to have a tremendous grasp of it because I hadn't seen these guys play all year. And a lot of it is to see how they skate and so forth. So, but it was more just to be up there and be around him. And the biggest part of it was that we had some really thoughtful people from NBC following him around. And yeah, they were gonna take 5 seconds of me calling the game, but it was more of they were going to follow him around. And if people in Seattle and Portland, Maine and Tallahassee hadn't heard him before, they were going to hear him. Yeah. And that to me was a lot more significant than whether I got to call 5 minutes of a Komet game. It was being there with him and with Murph and with his family around, and then eventually on Hockey Day in America, seeing him get his due. Yeah. And it was one of the best days I ever spent.
Yeah. And that night of Bob's 90th birthday, I called the first 2 periods. You and Bob came up.
Yeah, I remember seeing you up there. Yeah.
So I have Doc on the right, Bob on the left, and I'm calling the game. And talk about the most surreal moments of my life that I still can't put my arms around it. That I called a period of hockey with you and Bob right next to me.
Well, we were kind of glad you were there because you brought the average age of the booth down markedly. And we needed the average age to come down a little bit.
Do you remember the first time you met Bob?
Yeah. So I was this college guy from Manchester. I was a senior, and I wanted to get an idea of what the life was going to be like. And so I arranged 3 interviews in one day, and I jumped in my Volkswagen Beetle. And in the morning, late morning, I interviewed a guy named Len Davis at WGL. And then I went over to Bob had the early afternoon show. He spun records at that time, and he also did the Komet games. And so I caught him before his show and did an interview with him, at which time he spun off for me a requested goal call that you've undoubtedly heard a number of times. Norm Waslowski winning a face-off with 3 seconds to go, and Len Thornton scoring in a playoff game against Dayton to force overtime. And then later on in the afternoon, I went to Channel 33 and interviewed Hilliard Gates. So those were my 3 experienced Fort Wayne icons that I wanted to record interviews with in one day. I still have it somewhere. But that was the first time I ever met Bob in person. I had seen him before at a distance. In that first game, I knew where he hung out, when I was coming to that first game in 1960, and I could see him because he would always stand and do the game. I could never do that.
I have that same gene. I always stand. I can.
Do you?
Yeah, I can't sit.
Yeah. But he would stand, and so and I knew he was tall from remarks that had been made on the radio station, and we always had it on. So I could see him from a distance, but I'd never met him close up until that time at the station. He came out. I sat on Jefferson, wasn't it, or on Lafayette, where the station was located. I sat in the front office near the receptionist desk, and he came out and was very kind, and we did the interview and about Nate Ramsey's interception in the Indiana-Purdue game, and about Milan Muncie Central and some of the great experiences he had broadcasting, and then he finished.
Mike Emmerich from the Huntington University Komets podcast. If you want to hear the rest of that interview, just go to komets.com and click on the podcast, and you can listen to that episode along with many, many others. And Doc came in over the summer. Glad to have a chance to sit down with him and talk a little bit about Mr. Bob Chase, who both of us owe our careers to. And Thanksgiving night, we will honor Bob 7:30 here at the Coliseum against these same Wheeling Nailers. All right, we got to take care of business here. Coming up in the third period, we are tied at 4. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Don't get stuck in the penalty box next season and upgrade to a Real ID. As of October 1, 2020, a Real ID compliant driver's license or state identification card is required to board commercial flights within the United States, visit military bases, and entering certain federal facilities. To view a complete list of required documentation needed to upgrade to a Real ID, visit realid.in.gov.
Morning, Dave. Morning.
50 cent hash brown.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, I have an alert for when something big happens in the world of hash browns.
Really?
Yeah. It says here, Tim Hortons hash browns are now just 50 cents.
50 cents? Oh, I'm getting one with my sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Good idea.
Hash brown, hash brown, hash
That's a backup alarm, just in case.
Smart.
Alert! Crispy golden hash browns are now just 50 cents at Tim Hortons. For a limited time at participating Tim Hortons restaurants.
Tim Hortons! Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new players to the team this year. Introducing the all-new Jeep Gladiator and Ram 1500. Also now in the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Cherokee. It's capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. With almost 800 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. We also have an awesome lineup of our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the O'Daniel difference when buying your next car, truck, or SUV. O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Well, the Komets were up 4-1 on Sunday in Wheeling. The Nailers were up 4-1 here tonight. We got a 4-4 game here in the third period. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you. Komets with the puck in the Wheeling zone. Here's a quick shot. Ruby got the right leg on it, and now the puck goes along the far side. Komets drag it down there into the corner. In front of the net, it rolls to Ruby, and right out in front, that was Brad Ross, and the defenseman right there did a nice job blocking him off before he could get to the loose puck.
Shay, looking to see who's going to score that first goal for the Komets here in the third period. And out comes Sadlowski. He's got a 5-game assist streak on the line.
Yes.
So it'd be nice if you could keep that streak going right now with Jenks taking the face-off.
And Sean Sadlowski had a couple nice chances last night, unable to bury one. And here is the puck drop in the wheeling zone. Goes along the left side, and it will be Kratzenberg's. Lost the handle on it momentarily. Was able to get it in the neutral zone. Now the Komets will toss it in on Ruby. Got the blocker on it, and it goes into the corner. Up along the far side, it will be Jenks. Jenks down there up along the wall. And the Nailers dig it out, and it's going to be sent all the way back in the Komet zone. Phillips there for the Komets. Phillips over to Jason Binkley. Binkley on the right side. He'll play it forward. Knocked down. Bouncing puck. And Jenks with it. Got a man with him. Jenks coming in. He shoots. Oh, stuffed on the play was Ross. And back along the far side. Coming out. And it'll be Cam Brown on the right wing. Brown will hustle on over. He gets into the corner. Drop back pass. Shots. And it's blocked. Komets pick it back up. They transition quickly on the left side. Here's Ross. Ross coming across. Ross now backhander. Doesn't get through. Now a shot. That one is also blocked. Łyszczarczyk with a drive and a save made to Ruby, and the Komets putting the pressure on Ruby. Unfortunately, unable to get not very many shots in. Several of them were blocked, but then Ruby finally snagged that last one.
Yeah. Good play by Jenks on that previous shift. Intercepted in the neutral zone, fought his man off, getting over the blue line, was able to bring it down and was looking for the pass across. Unable to get the goal on that one, but he had the right idea, getting in the passing lane, and quick shot out by the Komets. Nice save by Ruby.
Here's the face-off. Petruzzelli in there for the Komets. Tied up. Quick shot. Save made by Ruby. Left the rebound out there. Now it's going to go into the corner. Far side, Hirono. And bouncing puck back into the Komet zone. Steered back the other way as Łyszczarczyk going to go off the glass and going to come into the corner. Siemenoller on the far side coming to the blue line and out. Now Łyszczarczyk will drop backwards. And now Bryson Martin feeds it forward up along the wall. And now it hits the linesman but still enters the wheeling zone, but the Komets can't get possession of it. Puck fed up along the near boards. And it will be Scarfo wheeling it in. It goes back behind the net. Stopped by Kehler. Kehler moves it up along the near side. And now it comes up to the blue line. Komets get it out. Gottlieb will feather it to Morrison, and Morrison will get it in. Komets will change. Nailers on the puck quickly. Kratzenberg's on the left side. We're tied at 4 here as Kratzenberg's gets it into the Komet zone. Haas along the far boards. Haas looking for a man. Oh, got a picked off shot. Goes wide. And now McKenzie on the near side. It'll be Hawkins in the corner. Now up top. Komets with it. St-Amant. It's the man coming now across. It is going to be Shaw. Tripped up on the play. Komet fans want a penalty. Not going to get it. And now it'll be Hassel on the far side to the blue line. Gallipo with a lane shot. Doesn't get through. And now Kratzenberg's with it on the left side. And the puck gloved down at the center line by Haas. Haas tries to take it across the line, but now it's poked aside. And the Nailers with it onto the right side. And it's going to be Brown up along the far board. Swipes it around Kratzenberg's. He'll snag it behind the net. Kratzenberg's in the corner. Hirono down there. And now it is going to be Komets with the puck behind the net. Haas on the right side. Haas will take it off the glass, and now that'll find its way down into the wheeling zone.
Great play by Shaw. You know, it looked like he got tripped up. Could have been a call, but rather than laying on the ice like a lot of players will do,
no goal. The Komets went in. The puck went in between Keeler's legs. It stood right there on the goal line. The light went on, but I don't think it crossed. It was a turnover, a quick turnover in the Komet zone, but we'll have to review this. The light went on. I don't think the referee signaled goal. And that one just snuck through the legs of Kehler. And I think it was Haas who came across and was able to get a stick on it. Now let's see if this actually crossed the line. We won't be able to see the replay up on the scoreboard here at the Coliseum as the officials are looking at it. But again, the goal lights went on, but that puck has to cross completely.
Yeah, I don't think it made it all the way across the line, but it definitely had part of it over the red line. That was just moving so incredibly slow, it was agonizing to watch.
And again, it was just some bad play in the Komets' end. Results in a turnover and then a scoring chance. And you're right, that thing just had some eyes on it, but I think a Komet stick was able to come across and knock it down before it crossed the line. Then the net become dislodged, so then you're looking at a thing where, did it become dislodged before it crossed the line or not?
Right.
And we had a lot of that problem Sunday in Wheeling with 2 calls that could have went the other way but were ruled goals when the net became dislodged on Sunday. So the officials taking their time. Komets 30 shots on goals tonight. Wheeling with 18. We're tied at 4, so this is crucial. The officials want to get this one right. 16:28 to go in the third.
Yeah, I don't think the net came off the moorings before Haas was able to get it out, but I don't believe that puck crossed the line.
Right, I think the puck actually stopped. I think it actually stopped moving right there on the goal line, and I don't think it crossed.
Yeah, it was going that slow, and this is the beginning of the period, so it's not like there's a whole bunch of snow down there.
So they're taking a long time. I'm not sure if this goes in our favor or not. But again, I don't know if the referee pointed goal to begin with.
I don't think he did.
Goal light went on. No goal. Yep. We were right. So hopefully that's a good sign. that puck just stopped right on the line. Now we can see the replay of it. And that puck just crawls, and literally comes to a stop right on the line. And it's Brad Ross who came across and knocked it out of there. And we get a better look here. That puck literally stops moving right on the line, does not cross.
and Ross had it just, flicking as best he could. There's a great chance he could have hit the back of Cole Kehler and gone into the net.
Or he could have knocked it in himself. That's how close it was.
Right.
16:28 to go in the third. The Komets dodge one there. We stay tied at 4. And now the referee going over talking to Ben Boudreau. 16:28 to go in the third. Remember, this is the first of 3 against the Wheeling Ailers. We'll see him Wednesday night and then back here on Thanksgiving night. So all the games we played against these guys have been intense, and this one right now, just that way, the same way, tied at 4. Face off to the left of Kehler. And here is the drop coming up to the blue line. Here's a shot, save made, rebound, goes to Sidlowski, turns the corner, got a man. He is going to hit Ross in stride, coming in on a breakaway, missed it high, and now it goes into the corner. Ross down there behind the net. Ross working hard, hooked on the play. Ross up along the near side, up top of the blue line. Here is a shot, blocked to the blue line again. Rebound, Binkley up top. Phillips with a drive. That one is blocked as well. And now Brown has got it. Brown will flip it in all the way down. What a pass by Sean Sidlowski right on the tape of Brad Ross.
Yeah.
He tried going top shelf, and he just missed it.
Yeah, if Sidlowski's assist streak gets broken tonight, I think he's going to have to buy him some dinner because he sent him alone.
And the puck going all the way down into the corner, back behind the nets. And here is Morrison with a man right out in front. Oh, and it's taken away. And goes Petruzzelli, camped right out, and an icing call on the Nailers. So the Komets have got the Nailers definitely on their heels here in the third period.
Good movement by the Komets. Petruzzelli always setting it up in the right spot. Defenseman able to get his stick on it and clear it out of there before he could do damage with it.
Face-off will be to the right of Ruby. Łyszczarczyk will take the drop. He's got a goal here tonight. Łyszczarczyk now has 14 points in the 14 games played. He's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. Now Petruzzelli will take it. Into the corner. Arono in after it for the Nailers. Spins it off the wall and out. Bryson Martin back for the Komets. Gottlieb ahead to Petruzzelli off of his stick. And now up along the far side. Everybody giving it a whack, and it gets loose into the Wheeling zone. Nailers with it on the left side. Willie Smith will come across the line. He'll dump it in the corner. And now it is Gottlieb up along the far side. Petruzzelli there. Oh, he's scared on the play. And the puck goes along the far boards. Petruzzelli regains his feet. Comes up along the far side. And the Nailers get there first. To the blue line it comes. Here's Smith coming in on Kehler with a shot. He sent it wide through the goal mouth. And now back up along the far side. It is going to get to the blue line. Siebenthaler held it in momentarily. But now it's going to be called offside.
Good work getting it out of the zone. He started running around a little bit and just able to get it over the line, and Wheeler brought it back in. So we got a nice face-off outside the line.
Face-off, far face-off dot near the Comet bench here in the neutral zone. Here's the puck drop into the Comet zone, and it'll be Gallipo. Swings it up along the near side to the blue line. Here's a shot. Kehler couldn't find it, but it's going to be cleared the length of the ice. Not enough legs for an icing. And it will be snagged by the Nailers. Coming ahead with it. Kratzenberg's on the left side. Back into the Comet zone. Gallipo. His lead pass goes to McKenzie. McKenzie has Shaw on the right side. Shaw trying to get around one man. Sends it towards the net. It's going to go wide. And now the Nailers up along the near boards to the blue line. Pumped off the wall. And now down here into the corner. Brady Shaw runs into his man. And now it gets loose to neutral territory. Hawkins on the right side. Shot right off the glove of Kehler and above the crossbar. Now on the far side, it will be Brady Shaw. Shaw tap pass to St-Amant. St-Amant on the far side is able to kick it into the wheeling zone. It goes down to Ruby, and he'll hang on to it. And we got a timeout. We will take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Comet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous Bloomin' Onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the Village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We're tied at 4 here in the third period at the Coliseum. 13 minutes, 49 seconds yet to go. Long way to go. Face off to the right of Ruby. Jenks to take the face-off for the Komets. Goes into the corner, comes off the glass. Binkley snags it out of the air, goes along the far boards. Here is Brad Ross, so he wound up. And it was Brown just lifted his stick at the last second before he could pull the trigger. Now Jenks scooting after it along the near side. Goes back into the wheeling zone. Chris Brown back, and now over to Duquette. Duquette on the right side, moves it to the blue line, and now it goes out. Ahead, Komets with it, backhander by Brad Ross. Going to go over onto the far boards, and the Nailers have got it. Pass is going to be pumped forward. Phillips is there. Pass it right back into the wheeling zone. And now Ross will feather it in. The Komets will change. Ruby, backhander along the far side. Łyszczarczyk stepping up. Couldn't get there. And now the Nailers have got it. The Komets have numbers. They cross over the blue line onto the left side. Hirono toe drags into the corner. He takes Martin with him. And the puck goes along the near side. Hirono pinned up against the boards. And Łyszczarczyk is down there working hard up along the wall. Komets trying to get it loose. And now it goes into the corner. Brown down there for Gottlieb, and now Brown still with the puck, and now Kratzenberg's with it. The Komets are going to get called for a penalty. Łyszczarczyk is going to go off to the blue line. Delayed call. Siebenthaler with a shot. It's blocked, and it's going to go into the corner. And Taylor Ross shaken up after blocking that shot. And you kind of saw that coming, Fred, because everybody was chasing after that puck in the corner, and someone was going to get frustrated and haul somebody down. That's what Łyszczarczyk did.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was really a haul down. down. That was a pretty good old school acting play as far as I'm concerned. He had him. Łyszczarczyk had his stick on him. Okay, so you're in that situation. All you got to do is just run your feet like you're on a treadmill. Go as fast as you can and then fall to the ground. And it looks like he's holding you up. I mean, it was more of his pressure on Łyszczarczyk's stick than Łyszczarczyk actually putting it on. Referees fall for it.
It is the second power play of the game for Wheeling. We got a tie game at 4. And a big power play here. Comets get the face-off, and they will send it all the way down. Ruby will come out, stops it right at the goal line, and he'll leave it there for number 20. That's Steve Johnson. Johnson coming down the middle of the ice, grooves it forward. Comets are right there. Binkley. Nice. Down it goes. And look at this. McKenzie gets down there first, and Ruby has got to steer it into the near side corner. Be Hawkins. Hawkins will come forward. He hits the center ice logo. Long distance shot and a save made to Kehler.
We'll take that all day long. Komets clogging the middle, coming through the neutral zone, and he ends up taking a shot from the face-off circle at center ice. Nice and easy for Cole Kehler to see, grab, hold on, face-off.
11:56 now to go in the third. 1:26 to go on the penalty to Alan Łyszczarczyk. Cole Kehler digging in, comes up to the top of the crease and awaits the drop. Jenks anticipates it, in with Cam Brown, and Jenks with a clean win. Gallipo off the glass, coming to the blue line. Komets are trying to cheat up along the line there. It was St-Amant. Now offside will be the call. And boy, if the Komets could have got that to St-Amant, he would have had a clean breakaway.
That was a nice play by Gallipo, using the boards as a passing device. He ended up banking that off perfect to St-Amant, who was breaking right through the center of the Wheeling defenseman. He'd have been off to the races if he could have got that pass. That was nice thinking by Gallipo and good heads up by St-Amant.
It was also enough to pull the Nailers offside, so the puck is going to be dropped in the neutral zone, and down it goes into the Wheeling end. 1:13 to go in the power play for Wheeling. Johnson will hit his own blue line, drops it back. Now Cam Brown with it. Now gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins on the far side, rims it around. Komets in after it, and it goes back behind the net. Haas onto the far side on his horse. Oh, just takes out Hirono. Hirono back on his feet on the far side, dumps it into the corner. Up top to the blue line, Hawkins. And now Johnson gets crowded, but he's able to get it in the corner. Komets still skating a man down here for 44 more seconds. Gallipo down there with Hirono. Now Haas with it. He is going to rim it all the way around, but Hawkins will keep it in. Hawkins up along the far side. Komets chasing after it. Johnson down low. Got a man cutting in. They couldn't connect. Back up top into the blue line. Hawkins with it. He'll step up on the circle. Here's a shot. High, and that'll rim out.
Very dangerous pass coming across the crease, and Hirono was there for it and unable to scoop it in. Their Komets have been doing a good job on him. You got to be physical with Hirono. He's a very good skater.
Nailers with the puck. Jaquette will get it into the Komet zone. Binkley down there into the corner. And everybody jamming away below the goal line. And that is going to do it for the power play. The Komets have killed it off. Łyszczarczyk comes out of the box. Komets with the puck. And it'll be McKenzie with it. McKenzie, with a man on his back, is able now to get into the Wheeling zone. Here is Taylor Ross up along the near side. He centers it. Oh, he had Phillips. It goes off the wall a little bit too far out in front. And now Binkley's got to retreat back into his own end. Binkley back in his own end, and we're coming up on the halfway point here. The third period, we're tied at 4. Far side, Komets get it out to the center line. And now onto the near boards. It'll be taken by McKenzie. McKenzie coming across on the right side. Shot! Just missed it on the short side. Far boards, jam right back. Here's a drive. Save made by Ruby. Left a juicy rebound, and the Komets could not connect. Back on the far side, off the wall and out of the zone. Willie Smith for the Nailers. He will feather it in, and now into the Komet zone goes Gottlieb. Gottlieb trying to get away from Smith. Gets it back to Bryson Martin, who sets up behind Kehler. He'll send it right down the middle of the ice to Jenks. Jenks onto the right wing. Gottlieb coming across. Gottlieb hanging on to it. Now Gottlieb got it poked away, and the Komets got to regroup. Bryson Martin sends it back ahead quickly, and now taking off the puck was Brad Ross, but the Komets are able to get it. Far side, quick pass back on the near side. Brad Ross is there, and he taps it back to Gottlieb. And now the Nailers just jamming up the neutral zone here, and the Komets are finally able to get it in. And that one is actually going to grab the safety screen for a whistle. Well, the Nailers, boy, they just clogged up the middle of the ice, wouldn't let the Komets breathe there, and luckily you kind of got a whistle, and that's nice. It's going to lead to a face-off.
Right. Yeah, they were definitely getting active with the sticks, and Komets just couldn't seem to get their line switched up and get everybody back into the flow of it, so no harm done. Face off at the center ice. Łyszczarczyk win this. We'll start moving forward.
There's the puck drop. Goes to Duquette. He'll fish it forward. Right onto the stick of Gallipo. And Gallipo on the far side. His pass trying to go to Petruzzelli. Petruzzelli trying to scoot forward, but Duquette will beat him there. And now off the stick of Hirono into the Komet zone. Kehler's got to come out. And Kehler banks it off the wall. Near side. Kehler's got to get back quickly as the puck goes to Hirono on the left side. Back behind the net. Petruzzelli gets there for the Komets. Petruzzelli on the far side. Puck is going to skip over the stick of Morrison. Now the Nailers will enter the zone. Nailers with it. Brown up along the near side. Now Hirono gets it deep into the corner, and it's Gallipo with it. Gallipo sends it forward. Now galloping forward is Morrison. Morrison hits the open man coming across Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk working it down low, back behind the net. Łyszczarczyk still with it, sends it up top of the blue line. Here's a shot off the post. Phillips got the pipe, and out it goes. Łyszczarczyk, he's there. Łyszczarczyk on the right side gets hauled down, and the penalty coming up.
What a shift for Łyszczarczyk. I'll tell you, this is a rookie who was all alone during a shift change. 4 guys on him, and he was able to rag that puck, be patient, go all the way around the back of the net, come forward, had got his help coming off the bench, got the pass out there, got a shot on net, good scoring opportunity, comes back out and picks up the puck in the neutral zone off of a long rebound and ends up drawing the penalty. Excellent shift.
Face off to the right of Ruby. The Komets on the man advantage. 1 of 1 tonight on the power play. We're tied at 4 here in the third. Onto the far side, comes off the wall, and the Nailers clear it. Kehler comes out. He'll stop it. And it will be taken by the Komets behind the net. Gallipo onto the far side, coming across the line. Komets looking to set up in front. McKenzie lost it. Komets keep it in. Shaw up top. Gallipo in the high slot. To Shaw. Widen up. Blast. And it goes wide. Comes up along the near side. St-Amant with it. Back up top. Here's Gallipo moving to his left. Gallipo to St-Amant. Top of the right circle. Gives it right back to Gallipo. Returns it up along the far side. And it's Shaw with it. Cross ring. St-Amant. Oh, shot. Couldn't get enough on it. And now goes into the corner. St-Amant with it again. St-Amant finds the man up top. It is Gallipo. On to the right side. Gallipo left wing. St-Amant again in front. Tipped wide. Back on the near side. St-Amant again with it. St-Amant on the circle. Comes down low. Got it in the feet of McKenzie. And now it will be tied up behind the net. St-Amant down there, and it gets it loose to McKenzie. McKenzie on the near side to the blue line. Gallipo over onto the far boards. Komets with it. Gallipo calling for the puck. Gives it to McKenzie. Right dot. Cross ring pass. St-Amant. Gallipo fanned on it, and it's going to get out. One too many passes there for the Komets. McKenzie quickly coming across. McKenzie with it, taking a shot, missed it wide onto the far side, held in by Gottlieb. Now it'll be St-Amant again to Łyszczarczyk. St-Amant with it to the blue line. They get some space. 26 seconds to go on the power play. There's a shot and a save made by Ruby on Morrison. And the Komets, excellent puck handling skills, but give credit to Wheeling not letting the Komets get a shot.
Shane, I'll tell you what was really impressive about that whole power play was the movement by the Komets. Nobody was stationary. In fact, nobody was staying in their position that they were in. As the puck was cycling around, the people were moving. They were constantly creating passing lanes. They really had Wheeling back on their heels, had a couple of good scoring opportunities. That kind of movement right there will get you a power play goal more often than not.
Jenks on the face-off, just 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. And it's Jenks with it to Morrison up along the wall. Morrison tried to pass it. Oh, goes out. Here's a shot. It goes wide off the stick of Sedlowski. Morrison will grab a hold. Down to 6 seconds. Komets with the puck. Here's a shot. Ruby with a nice save. Grabs it with the glove, and that will pretty much do it for the power play. Just 1 second left on the man advantage. So the Komets, if they can win the faceoff, can get one more shot on net.
Yeah, Ruby was squared up on that one. It wasn't a very difficult save to make as far as the shot itself, but there was so much traffic in front with Jenks right on the doorstep. If they could have got a tip on it or a rebound, they could have had a great scoring opportunity. So excellent play by the Komets, getting it in and making things exciting.
Face off to the right of Jordan Ruby. Sean Sedlowski wins it. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Sedlowski with a shot, and it's through traffic, and Ruby is able to find it through a sea of legs, and he covers it.
Wow, the sticks were flying, trying to get on the puck, and by the time they did, he was able to secure the puck. Lots of scoring opportunities. We keep this kind of pressure on. Eventually, they're going to get their goal.
4-4, under 6 to go in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Hi, welcome to the Subway ad for 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. How would you like it?
From a train conductor.
Well, then let's roll.
Tickets. The Subway 6-inch Express departs daily, making stops at destinations like the Black Forest Ham Cold Cut Combo or the Spicy Italian. Pick from 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. Sit back and enjoy. Subway, make it what you want. All aboard!
Limited time only at participating restaurants. Prices may vary. Additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Face-off will be to the right of Jordan Ruby. We're tied at 4 here in period number 3. 5:56 to go in the third. Komets now with 38 shots on net, Wheeling with 21. Jenks wins the face-off.
11-3 in this period so far.
Sedlowski behind the nets, working up along the near side, and it's going to be Brad Ross with a shot. Goes off the side of the net, and Jenks up along the far side. Jenks gets taken down off the puck, and the Komets still with it. Here's Brad Ross to the blue line, onto the far boards. Here's a shot save made. Ruby is able to corral the rebound, and look out. We got some extra Sean Sedlowski in front trying to mix it up. And Sedlowski, some great restraints, trying to get Minerva to take the bait. Minerva does not. Shows great restraint, both of them. And they will go off to their respective benches. 5:31 to go here in the third. And this game is starting to feel like a playoff game, Fred.
That was beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen anybody just kind of fake a punch like he did. Adam flinching for coach.
Did he get 2 for flinching? Is that the
I think he was expected to,
But yeah, Sean Sedlowski faked the shot. He just kind of moved his shoulders, really didn't even bring his hands up.
Yeah.
Trying to get a reaction, and did not.
Hey, I'll tell you, AJ, once again, the effort he's putting in this game tonight, on his back on the boards, and he able, soccer style, to get the puck back into play, give us that scoring opportunity.
Łyszczarczyk will take the face-off. Łyszczarczyk and Cam Brown. And into the corner, far side, Morrison trying to get it off the stick. And Łyszczarczyk gets it to the blue line. Gottlieb trying to gain some space for himself. Gets sandwiched there, goes along the far side. Gottlieb working hard up along the far side. Double team, able to get it to Martin. Here's a rip, and it's blocked, and it's going to get all the way back into the Komet zone. Great individual effort there by Max Gottlieb.
Yeah,
now Taylor Ross, far side. Komets crossing over the line quickly. Far boards. Angle it back to Morrison. Morrison takes it to the blue line. Ross back over, down low below the goal line now. now Komets searching for it. They try and wrap it around. Morrison with it. Got a man cut to the net. It's blocked, and it comes up to the blue line and out. Now on the left side, and it is going to be Hawkins with it. Hawkins got a man breaking a shot, and it goes wide. Komets now turn the corner. Taylor Ross, left side, enters the zone. Ross gets around his man, gets in deep into the corner, goes underneath, tries to center it. Komets with it. Łyszczarczyk to the blue line. Gallipo looking for some room. Shot is blocked, and now we have got Taylor Ross, who is injured on the play. Komets with the puck. Here's the shot. Oh, that got Ross right on the backside as he was laying on the ice, and the referee blows the whistle. Oh, insult to injury there. Ross didn't see what happened. It was behind the play, but Ross down on his knees took that shot, fleshed right on his back end, and Ross goes off to the bench.
Talk about adding insult to injury. Man. Gallipo had the puck at the blue line, and he was
it was Duquette. We've seen the replay there. Sorry, Fred, but Duquette clipped Ross with a high stick, and that gets the reaction of the crowd. So the Nailers get away with one there. 4:24 to go in the third. We're tied at 4. No goals scored here in the third so far. And the Komets go along the far side. Morrison with a drive off the glove of Ruby. Now Shaw in front. St-Amant with a shot. That never got through. Blocked. And now on the near side. It'll be Minerva with it. Onto the far boards. It is going to be over to Kratzenbergs into the Komet zone. And now back below the goal line in the Komet zone. It'll be Gallipo. And a Gallipo. Ahead he comes to Haas. Haas will work it up along the far side. Comes to rest into the corner as he's met there by Hirono. Back behind the net, it's McKenzie. McKenzie to Shaw. Shaw taking a shot. It's blocked. Shaw getting right out in front. Oh, Hirono almost put that in himself. Or Siebenhaler, rather, almost put it in. Now on the left side, it will be Hirono entering the Komet zone. Flips it into the corner. Hirono needs some help. McKenzie just rips him down to the ice. 3.5 to go. Tied at 4. Komets with it at the center line. And Ross will flip it in. He'll chase after it himself. Komets were changing. And now it'll be Steve Johnson on the left side. And now it will be Binkley. Binkley over to the far boards. And it's going to be played along the far side and tipped, and it goes out of play with 3:06 to go here in the third period. And the Komets really grossly outplaying the Nailers here in the third period.
Yeah, all the possession, the shots, the time into territory is all in the Komets' favor right now. Still haven't broken through on the goals, but 3:06 left to go in the game. They can't score on us if they're on defense. And you know that the Komets, one of these is going to break through.
Face-off will come out to center ice. Komets with 41 shots on goal tonight. They get to 42. It'll tie the season high mark. And the Komets batted down at the blue line with a high stick, but the Komets will get it. Here's Jenks. Dangles around up along the near side. Jenks gets it up to Sadlowski. We got a penalty called. Delayed call. Binkley on the near side. Binkley sends it all the way around. Back on the far boards. Delayed call here. And now it's going to be touched up by Hawkins. Tripping will be the call. Brad Ross doing his job right in front of the nets, clogging up the middle. And it was very physical there, and they took him down.
Yeah, and they better be looking for it after missing the last one. So, you know, he's actually very active in front, as you said, and he's a physical guy, and you're not going to just brush him out of the way. So they ended up taking the penalty. We got 2 of the last 2:43 to get this one on the board.
Tied at 4. Komets' third power play of the game. 1 of 2 tonight. And the Komets 41 shots tonight. Wheeling with 21. If that tells you how much they're outplaying Wheeling here in the third period. Nailers ended this period with 18 shots on goal.
It's a great sign for the Komets. Third's been their weakest all year long, and tonight it's one of the strongest.
The Nailers will clear the zone. It's going to go all the way down. And here's a quick shot, shorthanded save made by Kehler. And now Shaw has got the puck in the Komet zone. Comets will take their time. Gallipo, look out, got a man on him. Gallipo got to go all the way back. Takes it off the wall. Now Petruzzelli has got it for the Comets. He'll turn the corner. Petruzzelli far side, McKenzie. McKenzie will enter the zone. Offside will be the call. And that's a good way to break the momentum there.
Yeah, it was very slow developing, and you know, the guys on the blue line getting itchy to cross in. I expected him to kick it into a gear myself, and just never happened.
1:33 to go on the penalty. Face-off will be just outside the the Wheeling line, and Jenks will take the face-off. And it goes into the Wheeling zone. The Nailers with it. They'll push it into the Comet zone. Here's Kehler with it. He'll stop it. And the Comets will start up fresh from their own zone. Comets with it. Here is Sean Sadlowski on the right side. Sadlowski gets it into the corner. Sadlowski reaching for it. He still has possession of it up along the near side. He gets tangled up, and out comes out. Far boards. Here's Morrison. Morrison thinking about it in front to Łyszczarczyk and goes into the corner. Łyszczarczyk far side, and Łyszczarczyk gets upended. Now he gets up to the blue line. Here is Sadlowski coming in. What a save by Ruby. The rebound is there. The Comets still with it. Here's Morrison taking a shot. Missed it high, and that grabs the safety screen. And Morrison wants that one back because, again, Ruby went down, gave him part of the net, and he just missed it.
You know, Morrison is always being the playmaker, always looking to make the pass to a teammate, and that lulls a goalie into a false sense of security. He thinks he's going to pass every time, and as soon as he went down, he gave him that top shelf, and he just missed it, bringing the chimes.
1:35 to go in the third. 53 seconds to go on the power play for the Comets. And Jenks on the drop and goes into the corner. Jenks with it up along the wall to the blue line. Gottlieb moves it over on the far side. Back up to Gottlieb. Oh, it's tipped, and it's going to go back into the Comet zone. Still out of time, 40 seconds. Comets can take their time to get a rush here. Well, that's not going to do it. Cam Brown with the steal. Cam Brown will come across the line. Gottlieb has got to hang on to him along the far side. Łyszczarczyk will fish it off the stick. Still 27 seconds to go in the power play. Łyszczarczyk ahead off the far side, and it's going to be batted to the blue line. Comets keep it in. It's Morrison. Morrison in the slot over Sadlowski. Wrister, save made, rebound in front, and it's going to be taken down the length of the ice. Under a minute to go in the third. 10 seconds to go on the power play for the Comets.
Morrison once again creating the play, giving Sadlowski an opportunity.
Lead pass comes ahead. It's Brady Shaw. Far side penalty is over. Now look out. Man sneaking out of the penalty box. Tipped into the Comet zone. And the Comets have got it. Phillips with it with 35 seconds to go in regulation. Puck comes to the blue line, and it's St-Amant with it. Passes it forward in on Ruby. He'll glove it down. 26 seconds to go. 44 shots tonight for the Comets. That is now a season high.
They've doubled them up, 44-22. Get an opportunity here with 26 seconds left, Shane, if they can control the puck to get another shot on net. Otherwise, we're going to do what it seems like we always do with Wheeling and go to OT.
Face off to the right of Ruby. McKenzie on the face-off. And McKenzie can't win it. Goes to Hirono. Hawkins on the left side. Well, he will move to his right. Banks it off the wall. Comets back in their own zone. Phillips gets rid of it to Shaw. It'll enter the zone. Siemenoller back for the Nailers up along the far side. Puck is going to come up to the blue line. 8 seconds to play. Left side. And it's Hawkins. Hawkins entering the zone. Taking a shot. Missed it high. On the far board. Hirono tied up along there. And we are going to overtime. Second straight game against the Wheeling Nailers. We'll need extra time. The difference is on Sunday, the Comets had a 4-1 lead. Lost it. Tonight, Wheeling had a 4-1 lead. Lost it. And let's see where this one goes. 3-on-3 overtime coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn is always open to the public. You're enjoying a hockey game right now, but that doesn't mean you can't dream about golf. Warm days on a beautifully manicured course sounds good, right? Bridgewater Golf Club is an 18-hole par 72 course with tees for every skill level. Also, you can enjoy the Bridgewater full-service restaurant that's open year-round. Visit bridgewatergc.com to see everything Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the game.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
The Komets this year in overtime 2-2. Wheeling, they are 1-2. Both teams will get a point here tonight. A hard-fought battle for both teams. But again, the Komets 44 shots to 22 on Wheeling. The Komets, boy, they want this extra point, and especially what after happened on Sunday. They really need this one. They got to dig down and get this win here tonight.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we're 0 for 3 in the last 3 games. So they definitely need to get back into the point category. One's good, two's better. You know, it's hard to believe you had 8 goals in 2 periods and nothing in the third. But all Komets in the third.
7-minute 3-on-3 overtime. If it hasn't been decided by then, we'll go to a shootout. Komets have got the puck. Here is Morrison. Morrison will cut across the line. And now it'll be Sean Sadlowski's turn with it. Sadlowski on the right side. Peels it up along the far side. Now Sadlowski to Morrison. Tries to go up top, and it's blocked, and the Komets got to retreat. Gottlieb at center ice. We'll give it to Morrison. Morrison cuts across. Morrison dangles. Morrison got a man cutting. Can't get a shot off. And it's taken away by Butcher. Now the Nailers will have a chance. Komets unable to get a shot off there as Butcher sends it back. Hirono. And Hirono, lots of time, lots of room. Goes all the way back. He will skate behind his goaltender, Jordan Ruby. We're in overtime here, 3-on-3. Steve Johnson with the puck now. Johnson on the right side. Will just barely edge forward. Now he'll move it over to Hirono. Komets great pressure here, and the Komets here. St-Amant disrupts the play. It's going to get up along the near side, and it'll be Chris Brown with it. Brown, again, nothing there, and the Komets do a nice job jamming up the middle. Now Chris Brown, he will come across. Brown now dishes over. Shot save made by Kehler. Rebound stuffed by Kehler, and now it's going to go onto the near side. What a save. Brady Shaw up along the far boards. Łyszczarczyk sneaking back behind the D. Tries to get it to Łyszczarczyk, and he does. Łyszczarczyk in on Ruby. He shoots. He scored. Oh, Alan Łyszczarczyk, the Polish Prince, ends it. 5-4 Komets. What a game. What a pass by Brady Shaw. And Alan Łyszczarczyk continues to mature to be one of the best players on this Komet team. What a goal.
Great work by Brady Shaw. You know, during that intermission, but waiting for us to get into the overtime, Brady Shaw went into the locker room. I didn't know if there was something wrong, equipment or whatever. Good to see that he makes it back out, makes a phenomenal play. And as you said, Łyszczarczyk, what can you say more can you say about this rookie? He is just lights out when it comes time to get goals, assists, and the way he works. Beautiful rush in on the goaltender and beats him clean.
And you go back to that replay, we mentioned it several times tonight that Jordan Ruby gives up the top half of the net, and that's exactly what he did. He went down, Petruzzelli baited him down, Łyszczarczyk baited him down, and then he took that shot. It was an easy goal, and the Komets, a hard-fought battle. And when you think of coming together moments, tonight looked like it was going to be a disaster. Down 4-1 in the second period. They push it back to 4-4 at the end of the period. They totally dominate play in the third period. Unable to get a goal, and then they come out in overtime and they end it quickly.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that they didn't stop working. You know, they when they were giving up the goals, they were short-handed. They had some bad breaks. Cole Kehler seemed to get his belt rung a little bit, and they were able to recover from that. When you get down into that kind of a hole and dig your way out and win the game, that shows a tremendous amount of talent and character, most of all, and that's what this team has.
And the Komets will enjoy their day off tomorrow because the schedule gets very, very rough next week. We got to go back to Wheeling on Wednesday. Wheeling is back here on Thanksgiving night, and then a game against Cincinnati on Saturday, and then we got to go up to Kalamazoo next Sunday. So the Komets, they break this